Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, September 30th, 2024, and we are coming to you live. How is everybody doing today?
Good.
How is everyone doing post-storm? I know we talked briefly through text, but anybody have any significant damage?
No, I feel bad for the people that did because, literally, my power didn't even go off.
Well, mine did.
It didn't even blink, though. Nothing.
I got to tell you, my wife and I are going to have that conversation. So we were all set to get the generator.
I saw whenever you posted that your power was out, just everyone was like, how do you not have a whole house generator?
Everybody's like, how are you a millionaire? You don't have. Who says I'm a millionaire? Carmen's the only one that says that. Don't listen to her. Carmen?
Yeah.
Sorry. How you doing?
I've just, whoa.
What's wrong?
I'm echoing.
I don't hear anything.
Okay, then it's on my end. I got to figure it out.
All right. Spanish, will you come look at this thing? Because when the power went out, sometimes the board changes when it comes back. Stand by, Carmen. It might be on this end.
Okay.
She's over here. Ugh, just having you this close to me makes me want to punch you. How's it look?
No.
Hello? No, I can't hear her at all.
Now she's gone.
Oh, yes.
Hello?
You did it.
There you go.
Like
Thank
that.
you,
Hello?
Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Once
it
the
was on
power
your
went
side.
out, the board resets, and I don't know what it looks like.
All good.
All right.
A lot of buttons.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, right first hour into the rain, barely raining, my power goes out. And I thought it would be a flicker like everybody else. Like it would come back on in a little while. And it stayed out all night. All night. And I have a portable AC unit, but it's still in the box. And I was like, any minute now, the power should be coming back on. So I'm like, I'm not going to use it in the first day. And it was awful. Now, listen to me. It was awful. I'm not comparing myself to what other people had to go through.
Sure.
I mean, when I got up the next day and looked at the news and saw the devastation, I was like, oh, we got away so lucky. Well, here's the thing. My son had a graduation party months ago, and my wife bought a beer pong table, just a little flip-out table, and it was set up outside, and there was a stack of Solo cups on top of it stacked up, and I forgot that they were out there because I couldn't see them from where it's set up. And everything, the table and the Solo cup's still there. Didn't even blow over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And meanwhile, tree limbs everywhere in the neighborhood. My backyard, I could see the trees bending in the window while I was trying to sleep, and it was ridiculous. But the Solo cups didn't even flinch, didn't even move an inch. So the power went out, and it was miserable. So let me just, before the power. So Nate's supposed to come and set up the projector. So I'm dying to play PlayStation. I haven't played PlayStation in 6 months. So I'm dying to play it. And I'm like, I'm going to be stuck here in this house for the next 3 days with nothing to do. I'm going to unhook the PlayStation from the theater and move it in the guest room. So I'll just play it there. So I go in there and I stick my fat hand in there, the one that bled when I had to hook it up the first time. And I get it out and I bring it into the guest room. And the guest room has a shelf built into the wall with the cable box on it that we don't use anymore, So I'm like, now all I have to do is find a cord to stick in the back so that I can play the PlayStation. Turns out the cable box plug was the same plug. So I plugged it in and I thought, well, isn't this delightful? Things are sure going my way. Put it on the shelf, start to get a controller, plug it in. The controller won't connect to the thing. It turns on. I can see it, but it won't connect. And I am furious. I did all this work. I pulled it out. I carried it over. I did it all, set it up. So I said, you know what? I'm going to run to Walmart. In the middle of a pre-hurricane, I'm going to run to Walmart and get a controller because I don't want to be stuck here without anything to do. I run over to Walmart. I get a cord and a controller. I run back. I set it up. I plug it in. While it's charging, the shelf falls off the wall and the PlayStation falls and the cover breaks off. And I'm like, Jesus. I drag over the end table. I set it up. I'm ready to go. And I turn it on and PlayStation says to me, hey, welcome back. I say, hey, thanks. It says, because you haven't played Call of Duty in 6 months. There's 14 days worth of downloads that you have to download. So I'm like, all right, I'm downloading, get it all ready to go. By the time the night comes around, I'll be ready to play. Night comes around, I go in there, I grab the controller, I get ready to play. Boo, power goes out. Like, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You don't understand. The whole process took me 5 hours up until the point where the power went out. I was just about to play and the power went out. So anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm just, I have my little portable power bank. So I have my my air conditioner going. I have my, my sleep machine, my CPAP machine is plugged in. I'm all ready to go and all this stuff. And now I'm just starting to just be uncomfortable. And I'm like, should I go get that AC? How easy is that going to be to set up? What if I get it and I just put it in my room? Is everybody else going to be mad at me? Like, I don't know what to do. So I just sat there and laid there in misery. And lo and behold, I was up until like 3 o'clock in the morning. At 4:30, the power goes back on. And I was like, all right, well, then I'm up now. Let's go to work. Let's do this. And the power goes back out again. And I'm like, okay. So then I talk to engineering, and I'm like, I'll drive over to the station and we'll do the show from there. And all the reports are coming in. 4th Street's flooded. Parking lot's flooded. Parking lot, you can park there, but it's water up to your doors. I'm like, well, I'm not doing that.
Right.
That's crazy.
Plus,
so,
I think the bridges were still down.
I don't even know. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
the
I was
bridges
like,
were closed.
There's no way.
Another day.
With no power, we couldn't do the show from here. And with the bridges being closed and the flooding, we couldn't get over there. So I don't even know what they did. Did anyone know? Did you go over there?
Not till nighttime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think
They had Fox 13.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were Fox 13.
I mean, that makes the most sense. Us sitting there making monkey jokes about, weather and stuff would have been the worst thing to do.
Yeah, Corey had posted a video and he was saying how they moved all the station vehicles because the water was up over the tires.
It's crazy.
At the
It's
station.
crazy. I mean, it's so weird because I took it seriously when they said, storm surge and 10 feet and all this stuff. I'm like, all right, it's coming, We're definitely going to get water in the low-lying areas and certainly the beach areas, but did anybody expect that much devastation? I saw a video of Luis Santana, the photographer from the Tampa Bay Times. He was out and he was standing there and I didn't quite understand what he was doing. He was like, I'm here on this beach building and the pool was here, and I'm like, how did they move the whole pool? I'm like, I don't understand what he's doing because he's just standing on concrete taking a picture of the building. Then I realized he's standing in the pool. The pool is filled with sand. There was so much sand in the pool that he was standing dead center in the pool, and it looked like it was just plain concrete. That's how much sand. And he said both sides of the pool had 6 feet deep on both ends, and that's how high it was, filled with sand. So if you didn't get hit with the water, you got hit with sand, and you got hit with all the other stuff, and it was just terrible. And of course, everybody saw the fire in Davis Island where the Tesla started the fire. If I had a Tesla, I don't even know what I would do. I would have to go park it now. I'd have to park it somewhere away from the house because if they sit in salt water, that could happen to the battery. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
There was a couple I was reading either yesterday or the day before. There was a couple of the houses caught on fire because they had the Tesla battery in their houses.
Oh, and like Dylan's house.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even. Well, because the salt water in that battery.
I guess, yeah.
One lady had an e-bike in her garage that caught fire, and there were next to like some scuba tanks, and those exploded, and their whole house burnt because.
Oh my god!
Stop.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and of course, like the fire department, they can't get into it, so literally the house just burns to the ground.
Yeah, I was reading about the Davis Island fire and that the fire department couldn't get there.
Yeah,
that's crazy. The other thing is, I consider myself pretty prepared for these sort of things. Like I got the food that lasts for 50 years and all that stuff. Post hurricane, I would have been fine for a couple of days, but when you go through it, you're not ready for it. You're not. I mean, no, I know you can't. You just can't prepare for the devastation that's coming. Now, think about all the people. I mean, so many people that we know. Sam, I saw her house was destroyed.
Yeah.
That kid's young, married, and pregnant, and she's got to find a new place to live now.
And she said that was like the second time their house got flooded.
Really?
It flooded last year or 2 years ago. I can't remember what, but this was like the second time they've gone through this.
The only people that prepared for the flood that had a chance to fight against it was Tampa General when they put up that flood wall. Did you see the flood wall that they put up? They had an interlocking wall outside of the hospital. that kind of looked silly, and you're like, how is that? And it worked. It didn't out of drop
It looks
water.
like a hockey rink.
Yeah, it really does. And it worked. And I saw people, not only the news footage, but I saw people that lived there videoing, and you could see how the water was just banking off it as it came in. I mean, that's just it's impossible to fight Mother Nature.
Yeah, like a lot of my family, live in Newport Richie, and like my wife or uncle lost his entire house.
Oh, really?
The whole thing. Yeah, he lives out on the water. The whole thing.
So my brother's in Gulf Harbors over there,
Yeah.
his beach house, and he lost that too.
He had 5 feet of water in his house. My in-laws, the junk jockeys, their entire shop was flooded with like 4 feet of water.
Unbelievable. Where are they that they got hit with water?
They're over in Newport Richie.
Like on the beach side?
Well, yeah, on the west side of 19.
Oh, they are.
And in the Newport Richie area, anything west on the west side of 19 was completely flooded.
Whoa,
and
how's the Hooters over there?
gone.
Shut up.
Yeah,
You serious?
no, I mean, I don't know. It was completely underwater. Yeah.
Oh,
The Hooters, that whole area was anything on that side of 19 was completely flooded, and the water was actually going over 19. And yeah, because their shop is right there off of like Main Street on the the west side there, and it was like we were over there yesterday trying to like salvage all the tools, like tens of thousands of dollars.
Gia sent me a video of their toolbox. Their toolbox is filled with water.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those big tall toolboxes, like 4 feet, 5 feet of the ground, and the top drawer we pulled it open, and water just poured out of the top drawer.
Okay. I don't know, and this is like a serious question because like they're junk removal, right?
Yeah.
like that's what they do. So like, what kind of tools do they use? I guess.
Well, they also have all their tools because they're all mechanics and stuff.
Oh, okay,
And,
Yeah.
gotcha. I just was wondering like what tools you use for like.
Yeah, they have
removal of
everything.
stuff.
They had a fork. They had like a forklift over there that totally got destroyed because it was underwater. Like their whole shop got just
That's another battery you have to watch out
yeah,
for.
just like destroyed. So they're just trying to like save everything they can. And meanwhile, they're getting tons of calls because everybody's got stuff to pick up.
Right.
So they're trying to get their stuff together and get their trailers and stuff out to as many people as possible to pick stuff up and clear things out. So
yeah, I
it's
called Gio
just-
yesterday to see if the junk jockeys could help Kim Kelly out, who works for us. And I didn't know, and she was like, half their stuff is underwater right now. So.
They're still getting their trailers out there, so
Yeah.
you can call them, and if they can't get you booked, they'll refer you to somebody that can, because a lot of the same style companies in that area are all kind of working together,
They're all networked
and
up.
just pushing the work around to who are like, hey, we're booked out this far, but call this guy, he's got a trailer and stuff, so you
It's
can
so
still call
interesting
them.
to me because it's weird. You for all the year, it's a cutthroat. How they want to be
Yeah,
better than the other
competition.
guys. Yeah, competition. But man, the minute that there's a tragedy, everybody's like, no, we'll work together. I think
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah, I remember seeing a competitor to Junk Jockeys. Their dumpster was on fire.
Yeah.
and I took a picture of it and sent it to them. I was like,
Like a dumpster fire. Yeah,
You're
but it's
beating them
that
all.
whole area is it's pretty bad in the Newport Richie area, like around Main Street and downtown and stuff. Like it's like a lot of the stores downtown had water in them because the river had gone up so high. It's pretty wild.
What year is it the river went up too high?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
did it get over our covered wagon?
It's nuts.
So I was talking to some people that had houses built on stilts down there, and they're like, yeah, our house is up, so it's good, but we all had that room on the first floor that we turned into like the badass man cave or whatever, and all those things got ruined.
Yeah, like Gulf Harbors looks like a war zone.
Really?
Yeah, it's wild.
I did the right thing. Because I have the place in Clearwater, but I had a hurricane shut her down, and I'm high up, so our pool got destroyed, but my house, I was in no danger over there.
Yeah.
So I didn't go over there.
My brother, he works for a construction company, and the owner of the company said that his boat was in his living room because he
my God.
lives in Tarpon Springs, and the water he lives on the canal in the boat, and the water lifted the boat, and the boat came right through the house.
Oh my God. Yeah, and then I look at I heard the daiquiri shack got destroyed, but Jeremy posted pictures this morning where it looks like they cleaned it up already and it looks good, but I can't tell it. He put a
Yeah.
post up and he was thanking all the first responders and all the people that helped out or whatever. But it looks like that they're back in action. I don't know, but I saw like Woody's got destroyed. And
Yeah.
a bunch
Frenchie's.
of Frenchie. That Frenchie's on there is the one we go to all the time. Is
Yeah.
decimated.
I saw some pictures of shepherds, and they're like the
Yep.
whole back area there is just destroyed.
The first video I saw was Hogan's Beach Club or Beach Bar,
Yeah.
whatever that thing is there, with water up to the middle of the door. That is insane.
It's wild.
All those tiny buildings over there must be just devastated.
Well, anything by the water, basically.
All the beach bars, yeah.
Yeah.
houses.
There's nothing you can do. I mean, if it's coming, it's coming. There's nothing you can do.
That's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, I would say I've learned from this now that if I was in one of those areas and I had some time, I would definitely get all the stuff off the floor. I mean, you're still dealing with water. Like my brother was telling me, I'll tell you one thing that, two things about my brother that I love. One is that he did not call me to help him move any of his stuff out there. Like my wife said, hey, I'm off this week if they need any help. And I went, they're not going to call you. They're going to call me to go over there. I don't want to do that. But my brother and his army of children, I guess, and his wife probably they had to gut the entire house.
Yeah.
Because everything, their beds, their couches, and all that stuff got ruined. And they had to bring it out to the curb. And he sent me pictures of it, and it's just piles and piles of house stuff just on the side of the curb. So I called him yesterday, and I said, hey, junk jockeys are behind, but they're referring out, and Tom could probably help you out. He sent me back a picture. All gone already. I was like, what? And he said, DeSantis, he was in town, and I don't know if that helped or not, but they came the next day and picked up everybody's junk already off the road. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because nothing's worse than having to haul all of your belongings out to the curb and then stare at it for 3 weeks. There's our couch. There's this. There's the other thing. But yeah, I definitely would have to get all the sentimental stuff and all the really expensive stuff off the floor. Furniture you could always replace.
When I was up in Destin in the hurricane whichever one, there's so many that came right directly at Destin, and I was going to stay over with my brother in Tallahassee. I just packed up. I had a hatchback car, and I was like, all right, drum set and a few things that are just jammed it into the back, and then it was like, all right, see you later. Which, by the way, the only time I've ever locked my keys in my car was because I got that and then went to Walmart and got some stuff, whatever, put the stuff in the back, threw my keys into the front seat, and then shut the thing and went,
no.
I go, why did I just do that? Like, I've never done that before. I never threw the keys inside. So dumb.
How'd your dad and your brother make out?
Good. They were good. Yeah.
Because your dad's on that. Is he on that lake still?
On the bay.
On the bay?
Yeah, he's on the bay. And they have a seawall, which is just a bunch of big concrete blocks that are smashed up in there, whatever. But it was already past that. But they wound up being okay because the way it's built and the way they are in the scale of the front yard kind of goes up. So
that's good.
It's one of those ones where it's like, oh, it's getting close. It's getting close. But it was all right.
I thought about going to Clearwater when the power went out. I'm like, but then I thought I'm gonna have to swim home from there. It's gonna be worse. The best is in the middle of the night. I went, I'm just gonna go sleep in my car. I have to go just sleep in my car. And I didn't. I tried to fight it out. And then the next day, Joey was like, I went and slept in the car.
Yeah.
I go, can you imagine if I would have went out there and you had already been in your car? I'd be like, let's sleep in the same car together.
That's when you want your Sprinter back.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because normally what we do is when the hurricane came last time, we parked the Sprinter up by the garage, and that was for two reasons. One, to block the wind from the garage doors, but also if the power went out, we could go sleep in the Sprinter because it's got a generator on it. But yeah, it's still being rebuilt right now. So
man, everything right now with you, it's like the worst time to have the stuff. Football's on, you don't have your projector. The hurricane comes, you don't have your Sprinter.
Yeah, projector is supposed to be done today.
Yeah,
so hopefully
we're gonna have a drought, and for some reason your pool's gonna stop.
Without a doubt. Thursday night, the Buccaneers take on the Falcons after their victory yesterday. So if that team shows up again, we should be in pretty good shape for Thursday. That was a highlight. I'm sure everybody needed some football on Sunday. I don't watch college football, but I did see that Alabama was blowing out Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay, so you familiar with the actor D.B. Sweeney? Do you know the name?
Yes.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm at a charity event, and I'm sitting at a table next to him, and he's like, you follow college football? I go, not really. I go, I'm a pro football guy. And he showed me the score, and I couldn't believe that they were getting blown out. And he goes, can I just tell you my view as somebody who's an actor that's in kind of the TV business a little? I was like, yeah. He goes, this is so rigged. And I go, why? He goes, it's a blowout now. You think at the halftime they want it to be more of a blowout than it is now? He goes, you can call a hole and call on every play if you want to. they have to do something to even up the score. Next time I checked the score, they were coming back. I was like, oh boy. I mean, it makes sense.
So there's so many different things like that where you see there was a thing with Patrick Mahomes where his over for rushing yards was like 15 and a half yards or something. And he was at 15 yards and it was in the fourth quarter. There was the thing and he could just take a knee and run the clock out. But instead of taking a knee, he goes back 5 yards, so they lose, and then he does this, and then he goes. It was the one where he almost blew his knee out by taking a knee. He goes over to the side and backwards, whatever, and it was like the wildest thing. So if you were sitting there waiting for the over, it was like so easily done. But meanwhile, he's taking yards off of the thing, and you're like, no.
Yeah. It's.
I think the refs can rig the game.
I mean, they can rig it without rigging it.
Yeah.
They could just be more aggressive when they want to. They could be less aggressive when they want to. They don't have to be making up calls. But he was right. A holding call during any play, you can always find somebody holding on.
Oh
to somebody.
yeah, there's something for sure.
It's always like the non-reversal, like the non-reviewable calls.
Right.
There was a during the Miami Hurricanes game, there was like 2 calls where I thought they're clearly doing this because if Miami loses, it's horrible for the ACC right now because that's their bread and butter.
So I don't know if you saw that Miami game where there was a catch in the end zone.
Yeah, they overturned it.
And they came down and they have to have enough to overturn it.
Right.
So they have to be able to see whatever. You couldn't tell they called it a touchdown on the field.
Was it also a booth in New York somewhere that reviews it like they do with the NFL?
The ref is 2 feet away. Calls it a touchdown.
Right.
Calls it a touchdown.
Indisputable evidence to overturn.
Right. So you have to look at the review and go, oh, clearly I was wrong. The ball touched the ground or this guy got it or whatever. You couldn't make heads or tails of it, whatever. So the call should stand. They go, no, Miami. We beat it.
It decided the game. They overturned the touchdown that would have decided the game.
Wow.
Yeah, it was wild. It was wild. Well, like we said, NFL put that thing where they put in for being sports entertainment. That's wild.
So I hosted David Wells' annual Perfect 33 Foundation dinner this Saturday.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Well, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Last year, I killed last year.
Yeah.
You know how when you get off stage, sometimes you're like, oh, that went well.
You were saying,
I got off stage and I was batting my chest. I was like, this one killed. So,
going in confident?
Well, no. Now a couple of things. Last year's big thing was while I was up there, I had a couple of good jokes that I like. Wells's kid was wearing a hat, a cowboy hat. He dresses like that. He's a outdoorsy guy, and he was sitting right in front of me. And Yellowstone was hot, and I got up there and I go, "Good to see the cast of Yellowstone here." Just at him at the top of my head, and that for some reason got a big laugh and kind of got me confident. And then I just started picking people apart. And then I look down out of the corner of my eye. I see Rick Cerrone, who was a catcher for the Yankees after Thurman Munson and wore number 10. And he was so good looking that they made 10 jeans from him, like dungarees. Like denim jeans. And he had a big mustache. And it was like Magnum PI good looking, you know? So I notice him down there and I go, oh, Rick Cerrone. And he's like, hey. And I go, oh man, I go, you don't understand. This is a big deal. I was a kid. You were the guy. I was a catcher. You were a catcher. I mean, it was great. I was like so handsome with the 10G, and I'm just carrying on, and people laughing. I go, honestly, I gotta be honest with you. My mom wanted to bang you so bad, so bad, and that was like the big joke. And then once it got some feet, I just didn't let it go, you know. So this year, I had to live up to that expectation. And it's a different room. Last year, the crowd's right on you. This one, the crowd's set back. So it takes time to hear if the jokes are hitting or not. I was very nervous getting up there, and I got up there and I had a couple of good jokes. And I had one joke: Orlando Hernandez, remember him, El Duque?
Yeah,
he was a great pitcher for the Yankees, and his brother Levon Hernandez. They both played in the league at the same time. And I said, I see Orlando and Levon Hernandez, El Duque. I go, the second greatest Hispanic brother team from the 90s. And everybody's like, oh, I go, right after the Menendez brothers. No, that popped pretty good because the Menendez brothers are hot. Credit joke to Amanda, by the way, who helped me out with that on the way. What else? And then Rick Cerrone was there. So at the end, I had to close by revisiting the Rick Cerrone thing. And I said, last year I had said how much my mom wanted to bang you, and it was a big joke. Everybody laughed. And I said, but this year, my brother asked that you please spit in this little vial so we could send it to 23. I mean, just to make sure, you know. And I couldn't tell. Oh, and then Ramiro Mendoza. He was another pitcher for the Yankees during the time. He's sitting behind me, and I keep looking at him. He's wearing a pink polo shirt and khaki pants, and I'm like, why do I know this guy? I know this guy from somewhere. I know this guy. I can't figure out who it was. Then finally, I'm like, that's Ramiro Mendoza. He's just a skinny looking dude. And then he's like Indian kind of, and he's sitting with other Indian dudes. And I go, so I got up there. I go, I'm staring at this guy for like 20 minutes. And I go, is my effing dentist here? I'm like, who is that guy? You know, because he just looked like your average doctor dentist. So now I've insulted Ramiro Mendoza, El Duque, and his brother Levon. I went back to so now I got the stage, and I have no idea if the jokes hit or not, if it was good. And I am worried about El Duque because when I said the Menendez brothers, he dead stared me from the thing. I don't think he got the joke. And then later on in the night, I was avoiding him. And then we're walking, and he sees me, and he beelines right to me. And I go, here it comes. And he walks up to me, and he goes, good job, thank you, and shook my hand. I was like, all right, thank you. Yeah. So it was nerve-wracking, but it was good. Who else? Anybody want that? Lauren, I forgot, from the Golf Channel was there. Minga, she was a good-looking chick.
Oh, yeah, the one who like blew up in the last couple of years.
I guess. I don't know.
Like blew up, got fat?
No.
Like she does the pretty much down blousing golf.
No. She's just a normal hot chick who's on TV and happens to play golf, but she sat at our table. Yeah, no, she wasn't down blasting. These were all high-end celebrities.
Okay, all right.
Spanish. Thank you. I got a bottle of Joe. Don't touch it.
What?
Wells has there's a Wyoming bourbon. And they made a label for him with his Perfect Game logo, and then he signed all the bottles. So I got a bottle of that.
Nice.
And now I have quite the collection of celebrity bourbons and whiskeys in this house.
Most of which all been drank, but
Yeah. They're all opened.
It's weird that you don't really drink a lot of whiskey, yet all the whiskey's gone.
Yeah.
It's not gone.
Yeah.
It's not gone yet.
Like, that's
not gone yet.
weird.
There's
It
still some.
evaporates.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that people buy me whiskey because I do have a bar, so I set things up in there and it looks nice, you know. I'm just going to tell you this right now. I don't know if I could wait. Today is September 30th. Tomorrow is October 1st. I don't know if I could wait till November 15th to give you your gift.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Do you want it now?
Just so you know, you don't have to wait.
I know it's not November 15th.
It's the
Sorry.
14th.
Yeah. The 14th. Sorry, right after I said it, I was like, that's wrong. I got you a gift, and I want to give it to you so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, do it.
You know?
What's that?
You know?
No, I don't know.
Oh, man.
Don't be a stickler for the rules, Michael. Give him the gift.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
I like the way you play it.
Yeah.
I mean, I will revisit it on my birthday where I'll be like, and, you know, Mike, of course, gave me the great gift that he had to give me early because it was so good that he.
All right.
You know,
that I
it's up
like.
to you.
No, I mean, if you give him a gift now, you have to give him another gift in November.
at least a card.
This is just a gift.
I used Galvin's birthday gift this weekend. I made a fat ass brisket this week from Prime Butcher.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But, by the way, it's so funny because Galvin was worried that I would lose the gift card that he gave me.
Rightfully.
And yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a good.
Right,
I
yeah.
was started to think yesterday about all the people who have given me Amazon cards that I know I have somewhere, but I probably have $1,000 worth of Amazon cards somewhere. That
Maybe I
just-
might have taken them. You don't know.
I don't know, and I mean, honestly, I don't care. But I'm really one of those people that I'm I'm not corny about anything. I'll tell you, this gift sucks, you know. But I am really one of those people where it's the gift, the idea that they thought of you and gave you something. It's not really what it is. And people get me stuff all the time, whether I use it or not. I still appreciate it. So, what was I going with this? I'll tell you something.
You bought
brisket,
Galvin a
the
great
card.
gift. Yeah.
Losing the card.
So I'm out on Saturday. I have to pick up my daughter. She slept over at a friend's house, or on Sunday rather, or whatever day it was. And I'm near Prime Butcher, but I don't have the card. So I'm just happen to be near it. So I'm like, I'm just going to go in, and if they can do something, they'll do it. And if not, I'll just pay for it, whatever.
Because I initially said, can I just
Leave the
start
credit here?
start a tab
Yeah,
for him?
yeah.
You know what I mean? And do it that way.
Knowing he would probably lose the gift card.
Right.
Yeah. So I went in there, and I'm like, Peppy had 3 big briskets left. I'm like, all right, well, give me this one. And I went up there and I go, now a coworker of mine came in here and bought me a gift card, and he was like, yes, I remember.
Love that I'm referred to as coworker.
Yeah.
Friend.
Well, I mean, like, I figured that he would know who you are, so he would be like, yes, your friend Galvin.
One of my colleagues.
Yeah. A guy I know.
An acquaintance of mine bought me a gift.
Friendly.
So he's like, yeah. I'm like, can you look that up in there? I go, because I don't have it, but it's no big deal if you know it. And he was like, I don't know. I never did that before. And he looked it up and boom, boom. he put it in. He got it all done. So he said, even if I lose the card now, he still got the number. I bought a big fat brisket, and guess what? It's there for you to consume.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you, I should have probably told you this earlier, but I'm a little sick today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had.
It's the worst.
Wow. Well, I mean, look, what are we gonna? You guys are gonna stay home if I would have called you and said I have a cold?
No.
You know what I mean? Not you, Carmen, but these guys. If I would have said, "Hey guys, just a heads up, I have a cold," you would have all laughed at me. But I have a cold. But I had.
This is a very sickly house.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sickness that goes around here.
It was backed up on Sunday by a massive explosion in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
It was bad.
Did you reverse cowgirl it?
No, I would have if I
Hold on
thought.
for dear life.
Yeah, dude.
Do you want to know how gross it was? I'll tell you. I can't. I said to myself, I'm not going to talk about this on the air, but now I can't not talk about it.
Oh, come on.
Is it weird that I'm excited?
I'm not.
It was after I came back from Prime Butcher, and I came home. I had my daughter in the car, and usually when I got out of the car, I wait for her. She's the slowest moving child ever. I've never seen a kid take longer to get out of a car. Every day, it's just me going, "Why? Why does it take you so long?"
Is she the last one off the field at practice for
Always.
softball? Yeah,
Always,
my
yeah.
daughter's the same way. She's always the last kid
Just
off
a
the damn field.
lollygagger.
Yeah.
So as soon as we got home, I go, "I'll meet you inside." I had to go. I had the bubble guts, and I was walking with a clenched BH to the bathroom, and then
Shuffle.
shuffle, tight cheeks, walking on the balls of my feet, and then right when I got there and
Talk about El Duque.
got in position, it was fantastic because it was right as I hit, boom. Okay, thank God. Then when it was time to finish up, I realized my timing wasn't as good as I thought it was.
That happens.
Guy.
And then I realized as I looked down at my clothes, it was way worse than I thought it was.
Wow. Mamma mia.
Carmen, when you do that, and don't tell me
I
you
don't
never
do
did.
that.
You've never done that.
No.
Okay, as a woman,
Yeah.
when you do that, I don't mean you. I'm just saying when it happens in your vicinity, how do you clean that? The clothes, the laundry.
You take them off immediately.
Right.
So like right now, I'm Shark Week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Hot.
So if you wake up and you have some in your underwear, you basically take them off right away, and then you rinse them out in the sink.
In the sink, I skipped that part.
Yeah, you rinse them out in the sink, and you do like cold water. But you also have a shower in that. I'm not sure what
I
bathroom
do.
you were
I
in.
jumped right in that shower after I was done. It was my only option.
So you could take your clothes in there as well, because I've had it to the point where it was so bad that I literally just jumped in the shower in my clothes.
So you say, don't just take your soiled pants and
No.
throw them in the washing machine.
no!
Don't do that, Michael.
What is
I
wrong
learned.
with you?
I don't know. I learned. That's what I thought.
That's what
I
it's
had to-
made for,
I had to
right?
wash it 6 times. Six
Yeah,
times.
because whatever else you put in there with it.
6 times. No, I didn't put anything in there with
Here's
it.
two
And then,
things.
and,
But
then
also-
and then I had to run the washing machine on a cycle by itself just to clean the washing
Yes.
machine.
Yeah. First off, just throw it away.
That's what I thought. you were gonna
Just
say.
throw it away.
No.
Were these
Then
sentimental gym
I was
shorts?
going to say that if you absolutely need to keep the gym shorts that you've had for 28 years, take it outside and spray with the hose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know. And thankfully, not only were they not sentimental, they're a little too big on me now. Thank you very much.
perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
Ooh,
So,
sexy.
Yeah.
and then I said to my wife, I go, please don't. Just let me handle it. Don't go near the washing machine. No. Yeah, no. It gets worse, Joe.
Don't go in there.
She told me yesterday. She goes, okay. She goes, I took your clothes that you have that were in the washing machine. They're relatively clean. The other problem is I had my receipt from Prime Butcher in the pocket, so that got destroyed. So you can't tell the difference between the flex of the receipt and other stuff. So she's like, I put them outside, which is where I think they've gone to die now. And she's like, those are out there. And she goes, and I cleaned up the rest of the bathroom. And I go, well, I cleaned up the bathroom. And she goes, no, you didn't. I go, I did. She goes, you missed them. So I go, oh, man, that's a true marriage right there.
Yeah.
That's, you know when you've been married for a long time.
I'll go check
And
it out. Do a
you were
sweep.
just sick?
Karen, I have some sort of bug or
okay.
something. Yeah, it's killing my stomach. It's killing I couldn't breathe through my nose. Like today I'm breathing a lot better, but I couldn't breathe through my nose yesterday. And I was just sitting on the couch watching football like this.
Okay. I was just making sure it just wasn't like you were running late from an accident. Okay.
No. I'm not feeling
Well,
good.
I'm excited to be here today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. If anybody wants a mouth kiss before the
Yeah.
show's over,
I
I'm
do.
available.
I'm in.
Sounds wonderful.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. Out of all the tragedies that happened while the power was out and the people were flooding over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
No one related more to them than me when the power was out and I had to take a number 2 and I sat on that toilet and realized what it's like to sit on that toilet when it's not heated.
Right?
I was like, how are people
That's not the
functioning
same.
in life without a warm toilet seat?
I thought you were going to say the tragedy of him and Shark being on the air.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how is that?
It was weird.
Were people
'Cause it was-
calling and saying
Because it
about
was,
their
didn't have
house?
phone numbers.
was
We
it
didn't-
Saturday night? Or
No, it was Friday night.
Friday night.
Yeah, and we didn't have phones
And why did you guys go live?
because we couldn't go on Saturday because of the USF game.
Oh, so
So-
whose show did you cut into on Friday, or did they just because
Nobody's
nobody
really.
was there?
Yeah. So we had to use the
Let's
open
cut
mic.
into the hurricane coverage to bring you to
Yeah.
sad weirdos.
Did you get open mic calls?
We got some.
And
Oh,
what are the phones just down here?
yeah.
Oh,
They just
okay.
said they weren't working. Yeah, but the
I got-
hotline was working. But I don't know how
It's
that.
they Dylan sent out an email yesterday. They finally got him
Yeah.
working, but they had to change the numbers. I guess the only number that works right now is the 800 number.
Okay.
So if you want to call for Sporkle, 800-771-1025. I don't think the local numbers work anymore, and at least not right now. So yeah. So did you guys get a lot of the rain is coming?
Nah, we got a couple people that were like giving us some tips of great tip. Some guy said if you buy a battery powered fan, you can go to like Home Depot or Lowe's and get a drill battery pretty much, and then hook that up to your fan, and it'll last weeks.
Interesting.
Yeah, instead of using, I don't know how to do that.
No, I don't know how to do
Yeah.
it. So I have a cast iron skillet that I bought that was pretty expensive, and the cleaning ladies ruined it. They cleaned it when they were the way they weren't supposed to clean it. That's not their fault. And
They put it in the washer 6 times.
they just threw it right in the washing machine.
Yeah.
So I looked at it the other day, and it's all rusted out and all that. So I went, I just throw this out. And then I was watching a video last night of how to redo a cast iron skillet.
Reseason it.
Yep.
No, but Carmen, this guy, in order to get all the rust and all that stuff off, he has to put it in water, and then he has to hook up like a battery to it.
Yeah, I've
And-
seen that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't that
but
wild?
I'm not doing that. That's the guy's like, you ground it here on the steel and you put it here. I'm like, that's how I set a fire in my house.
No, and how you can get that rust off with salt if you get really coarse salt.
Yeah.
And you wash it, you soak it in water because that's what it's weird because that's what causes the rust.
Right.
Is if you let water sit on it,
Yeah.
you're supposed to dry it, but you get it just very little
So-
wet and then coarse salt and you scrub the salt.
This guy dunked it. He submerged it in a bucket of water with something else in it, and he let it sit there for overnight. Then the next day, the rust and everything comes right off. Then he takes it and he puts it in a bucket of vinegar and he lets it sit in there for an hour. Then when he takes it out, he cleaned it off and it was like silver again. It was unbelievable. Yeah, he had found one at a flea market that was like from the 1800s that they didn't know what they had, and he bought it and just refinished
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do that,
No,
but it's
yeah.
fun to watch those
Yeah.
guys do it.
Yeah, because there's guys that'll do that with coins as well. They'll
Yeah.
be like old coins and they put it in the water with the electric and it,
Yeah.
I don't know, some sort of alkalize or something. I don't know what it does.
I
exactly.
watch the same guy.
I'm not a scientist.
You're not. You say you're not a
Yeah, I'm not
scientist.
a
Well, I'm not
scientist.
calling you doctor anymore. That's ridiculous. This guy, he had a locket that he had found in a lake, and it looked like it was from the Civil War time. It was all corroded and all. So he did the same process. He had to soak it, then he had to pry it open because it rusted closed. And when he opened it, there was a little piece of paper, and it was tied up with a bow, like a little message in there. And I watched three videos of him cleaning that locket up, and at the end he finally he takes velvet on the inside and he puts it on the inside, then he buffs out the outside and it's brand new and it looks beautiful. Then he takes a note and he puts it back in there. Didn't open the note. I need to know what the note says. I need to know. I watched 3 videos just because I wanted to see what the note
He
said.
didn't want
You
to
got
be
to buy the
cursed.
locket.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, how are there not 8 million complaints on this thing?
I think I saw the same guy because he did like a Zippo lighter,
Yeah.
and took it apart and restored the entire thing, and it was like it was old Zippo lighter.
It was,
And they make it look so easy.
yes.
Too, which is the insane part.
Because it's also time lapse, so the guy who's scrubbing, it looks like he's scrubbing for 30 seconds. You know, he's probably scrubbing for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm the guy that scrubs for 10 minutes and goes, all right, this is too much. I got too much. All right, let's take a break. We'll get the show moving this morning. We'll take your phone calls. I'll tell you right now, in the entire time I've been a fan of radio. One of my radio idols, Neil Rogers, got on the air in Miami after Hurricane Andrew, where Miami was devastated. And he did a great thing where he was helping people deliver things to other people that couldn't. So an old lady would call up and she'd say, I'm in Miami Lakes and I need my prescription medication and I can't get it. And then somebody called, I'm 3 blocks away and I have extra prescription medication, and they'd get together and hook up. And I thought that was great. I don't think we're at the level of devastation there where we need that. But if there are things we can do to help immediately, certainly we'll be able to do that. We encourage everybody right now to go to theboneonline.com. You can make a donation to the Red Cross. That seems to be the safest bet as far as donating money as to where and how it'll help the people in the Tampa Bay area. And I'm sure that we as a radio station in this community will come up with some sort of event or something to help raise money in the near future as well. So
I have a feeling we're going to get...
Hey, this is Brian. I live over in Brandon, and I've been listening for 10 years. I need Metallica tickets.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Sorry, that's not going to work out. When we come back, we'll play Sporkle. We got a whole new set of things that we're giving away. Carmen will tell you what that is when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I don't know if you got it last night like I did, but evidently Collective Soul played last night.
Oh,
and the lead singer looks exactly like you now.
really?
Yeah.
I mean, I got no short of 20 pictures of the lead singer of Collective Soul in action videos, just him being on stage. You guys look exactly alike now.
All right.
Yeah, he's got the same shoulder length, grayish hair. Sorry.
Okay.
And yeah, he was dancing around like you. I'll show you the pictures during the break.
Maybe we could be friends.
Do you remember when he was in studio?
Yeah, but he didn't quite look like Joe like he does now.
Right, yeah. He's got the gray hair and he wears the little sunglasses and stuff. Yeah, and he's a little dude.
Yeah, hold on.
Little dude.
I saw someone from Tiza was there and tagged you guys in it.
Yeah,
And it really did look like a Wish version of you guys.
Oh yeah, that guy's cool.
Was he chucking clouds on stage?
He's cool. Oh, you want to talk about chucking clouds? I'm at this charity event, and Jim McMahon, the punky QB, just sitting there smoking weed at the table.
All right.
Yeah, because he's got issues. And,
He's been a weed smoker for a long time.
He was smoking it right there at the event. I'm like, I guess that's cool. I don't know. All right, Carmen, what do we have to give away? I know we have a whole new week's worth of stuff this week.
We do. So we have tickets for the
Ingve?
Rescheduled.
Yeah, that's done. We have tickets for Busch Gardens, Hollow Scream,
Okay.
TSO,
Okay.
Sticks and Loverboy.
Ooh, when is that and where?
Sticks and Loverboy is going to be at the Sound on January 11th.
All right,
Oh,
I'm
that's
in.
cool.
We have tickets for Steve Martin and Martin Short.
That's cool.
Nice.
I would like to see that. I've never seen it. We've had them on the show together, but I've never actually seen it. So, what else?
We also have tickets for Jeff Arcuri.
So this is what. All right, go ahead, and we'll get back to that.
Okay. Thomas Rhett.
Mm-hmm.
The Mike Calta tailgate for the next game, which is October 21st.
Yep, because this Thursday's game is in Atlanta.
Yep. And then we also have tickets for this Friday's Backyard Country tailgate, which I want to say is for the rescheduled Morgan Wallen show.
That is correct. And I have to tell you, I am bugged by Jelly Roll the same way I'm bugged by Titus O'Neil. Just good guy. Everybody loves him. Sick of seeing his face. And I watched Jelly Roll. I've never really saw him perform. I've only heard that I only pray to God when I need a favor. I'm pretty much like Jelly Roll. I'm Tootsie Roll. Anyway, I watched him on Saturday Night Live. Thought he did really good. I was very surprised. Did
He
you
has
see that?
pipes.
No,
He can
I didn't
sing.
see it.
He not only can he sing, but the way they set it up, where he had backup singers, he had guitar players, and it was just a different. I thought he was like kind of like one of those white rapper guys.
Well,
They used to be.
Right.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I
Yeah.
know, because he was down at Rockville, which I'm like, Rockville, stop trying to be rap stuff. And I was walking from one show to the other stage, and he was on, and I was not, going to see him, but I heard, and it was very much, I'm Jelly Roll, and I'm here to say,
no,
and I'm like,
see.
what?
All right.
What
But
is
no,
going on?
he used to be like gangster rapper.
Yeah.
I could
And
see
then he
that
did
by his
rock-
face.
Yeah, and then he did rock, and now he's in country. Like basically, he's just been trying to make it as a musician.
But he can sing.
Yes.
And he can sing, and he's got good lyrics, and
Country's the way to go right now. it
I
seems
wouldn't
like.
say he's country, would you?
Oh yeah,
well, that's
Really?
what plays him. That's who plays him.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
If
I
you listen
didn't
to his
feel
whole
it.
album, it's a lot of it leans that like country
It's
that
rock country.
rock
Yeah,
style.
I guess so.
Poppy.
Yeah.
Which that's what Jason Aldean is. That's
Yeah.
what a lot
Wallen
of
is like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed it. I was surprised by it. So, all right. Well, that is what, Friday night? This Friday?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Jelly Roll's doing stadiums on his own.
Oh yeah. He's blowing
Yeah.
up now. And who else?
That's it.
Okay, good.
Those are all I take it.
All right, let's do it right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go.
What was the other thing? The other guy that you were like, well, I don't
A
understand.
curry, a cooey.
Oh, thank you, Galvin.
Yeah.
Jeff Arcuri. He is a comedian that is like a Comedy Cellar comedian that blew up on TikTok and Instagram.
Oh, is he the one
Very
you see
funny.
a lot of crowd work?
Oh,
stuff from
mostly
him?
crowd work.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Very, very funny. I am annoyed by people who don't come on the show. That guy played the Improv. I went to go see him at the Improv. Like that's how, and I reached out to him and said, "Hey, I have a show. I want to have you on the show." He didn't even respond to me. So, but hold on. Mostly those are people who don't like. He's probably get a million messages. Didn't see mine until a year later, or whatever. That's what I'm going to assume. So now he blows up and he's playing at Ruth Eckerd Hall. That I think is a stretch. That I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. He sold out like 4 nights at the Improv. So those guys who try to jump theaters too quick, too quick.
Yeah, but you thought that about Bad Friends.
I didn't think Bad Friends could sell at the Mahaffey Theater, and
Right.
it sold it out in 5 minutes. So yeah, what
you
do I
also
know?
thought that
I
about
don't know
Coldplay.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. What an idiot.
No way Coldplay can sell it. That's why you're just a coworker. All right, let's do a little Sporkle. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pat is your judge and scorekeeper and the lead singer of Collective Soul. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, today we're going to be playing 3 songs, 1 artist. Can you name the artist when given 3 of their songs?
All right.
Okay, very simple. Your first one, Foolish, Rain on Me, Rock
The Who.
with You.
Oh.
Foolish, Rain on Me,
Lady Gaga.
Rock with You. Ashanti. Dancing with Myself,
Billy Idol. Yeah.
Galvin. Something to Talk About. I
Bonnie
can't.
Galvin, you're very scary. I said
Yeah.
Bonnie Raitt.
That is correct, Mike Calta. Crazy.
Patsy
Right.
Cline.
Bright Lights, Bigger City.
Heart. No, that's crazy.
F you. But it's
CeeLo
actually.
Green.
What'd you say, Spanish?
CeeLo Green.
Correct. Spanish. Run It. Yeah. 3
Usher.
times. Under the Influence.
Lil Jon.
Run It. Yeah. 3 times. Under the Influence.
Aaliyah.
Chris Brown.
Yeah,
So
that's
close.
it.
New Rules. 1 Kiss. Don't Start Now.
Dua Lipa.
Spanish?
Oh.
Did you guess that? Or you know it?
I know the
Oh.
last song, maybe.
Yes.
It's a good song.
Lights. Anything Could Happen.
Kanye West.
Burn.
Deep
Lights. Anything Could Happen. Burn.
Katy Perry.
Did you sing a little at the end?
Ellie Goulding. Yes.
Gross. Elliot Gould is how it's
No. Ellie Goulding. White and Nerdy.
Weird Al.
We're not Yankovic.
There's
On the
only one Weird
paper.
Al in the world. It's like saying Elvis.
But Yankovic is the
Oh,
last.
my-
I mean, that's
come
not even
on.
Jeopardy
Costello.
rules. Yeah.
That's.
On the paper, I gotta go with
my
Gio.
God. He guys where?
He said Weird Al Yankovic.
Point you.
Thank you.
That is just.
Hey, the
Against
rules,
it.
the rules are the rules. I know we don't follow them often, but they are the
We
rules.
do, and it's thanks to Gio. So punch him in the face. Good Days, Kill Bill, Broken Clock.
SZA.
Yes, Mike Calta. Criminal, Shadow Boxer, Sleep to Dream. Criminal,
Fiona
Shadow
Apple.
Boxer. Galvin.
What'd you say?
Fiona Apple.
Oh, I said Fiona Apple.
He did. After Galvin. Dog days are over. Shake it out.
Florence against the machine. Florence and the machine.
Sweet nothing.
Florence and the Machine.
Dog days are over. Shake it out. Sweet nothing.
Florence against the machine. Rage against Florence.
Florence Welch
Oh,
is
it's Solo.
the name.
No, but that's wrong.
I'm going by the paper. I did not make this.
Thanks,
This is
Gio.
what Sporkle has.
I mean, there's no. You put in Florence Welch in Spotify, nothing comes up.
We'll try this after the game. Remember this one.
No, I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Staff wife.
Oh, yeah.
Cheater.
All right, cheating. Let me just pull up the songs so I can just
look at some bunch of songs.
Oh,
while you're
yeah,
in
there
there.
it
along.
is. Florence Welch.
Ah, burn.
No.
Yeah, but that. Hold on.
Oh.
That song is not there.
Yeah, well,
Whatever. This game sucks. I'm not paying for the death pool.
I still don't think it's Florence against the machine, though.
Yeah.
Florence and the machine.
Yeah, no.
I changed it.
Pep, we're halfway there.
Gio is on the board with a single point.
Thank you.
Galvin, Mike, and Spanish are all tied up with 2.
ooh, tight.
Florence and the machine.
All right.
First song. Dog days are over.
I don't think you said Florence and the machine.
You
You said
100%.
you said Florence against the Machine.
And I fixed it.
But that's you can't fix it.
Carmen, can you not fix it now?
No, if
We
you
gave 2 guesses?
if you
Yes.
said listen to me, if you said Florence against Florence and the
I
Machine,
did. I said Florence
No, you
against.
said
I did-
Florence
I
against
did
the
not.
Machine.
It's on
You
tape.
said the entire
I
thing.
said Florence against the machine. Florence and the machine.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I did.
Okay, it's on the
you
tape.
said the entire
It's on
thing.
tape. It's
yeah,
on tape.
it's on tape.
All right.
Is what
All
I
right.
said.
I'm marking it. I'll
Good.
go back and
Good.
listen.
I
I'll be
was
all
unaware we
choked.
could have 2 guesses. I like that. I think that'll help.
All right. You can suck it.
No point. All right. 3 songs, 1 artist. Your next one.
Are we halfway there yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we just did the
just-
score
All
and
right.
everything.
Just checking.
You're sick.
While you were on the
What did I
internet,
have?
Yeah.
while you were on the internet, we all have 2.
Yeah.
Gio has 1.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thinking about you, white Ferrari, Novocaine. Thinking about you, white Ferrari, Novocaine.
Miguel?
Frank Ocean.
I was going to say that.
Higher and higher, I get the sweetest feeling, lonely teardrops. That doesn't make sense. Can't be lonely if there's more. Higher and higher, I get the sweetest feeling, lonely teardrops.
Ariana Grande.
Marvin Gaye.
Dionne Warwick.
Katy Perry.
Jackie Wilson.
Yeah.
I'm yours, the remedy,
Jason Mraz.
Black Crowes.
Spanish. Bad reputation.
Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Joan Jett.
That's what's on the paper. Joan Jett.
But I said Joan Jett.
No,
But you said
didn't.
Joan
the
Jett
Blackhearts.
and the Blackhearts. You continued. That's not what it is.
Okay.
It's Joan Jett.
So,
Is it Joan Jett against the machine?
No.
so this point goes to Gio. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Thank you.
I don't agree with that.
Thank you, Joe.
Well,
You're the judge.
That's why we don't ask
Too
you.
bad.
You're the judge.
I don't agree with it.
Well, you didn't
What are you
agree.
gonna-
You agreed with mine.
No, but Galvin did say the full
I did
answer.
say Florence
But
and
he
the machine.
didn't. But he said more than the full. I needed Joan Jett. That's what's on the paper.
Do you know how many times you've given people that, though? Spanish
No.
is nodding yes.
Yeah.
Joe is disagreeing with you.
I agree
love
with
it.
Galvin.
Yep. Thank you. Joan Jett, me.
So we don't have to say the right answer.
This is what I'm saying. I go by what's on the paper now.
By the way,
Exactly
just
what's
so
on the paper.
Just so you know, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts recorded Bad Reputation.
Yeah. So did Florence and the Machine did Dog Days Are Over.
You said Florence against the
I'm
Machine.
saying the paper's wrong.
Listen to me. You said Florence
wrong.
against the Machine, and then you said Florence and the Machine, and Florence Pugh was the thing, whatever.
No, not Florence Pugh.
Listen, if we want to make up the answers as we go, I'm fine with that.
Okay, good. Then I get that point.
no.
Am I adjusting that, or are we leaving
No.
it there? Okay.
We're going
Everybody's
by.
disagreeing with
We
you.
voted against you, Carmen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carmen, we
Then you
change the
guys
rules
finish this work
as we go.
All right,
I know.
agree.
We just make it up as we go.
Well, you're not going to win.
So I'm adjusting the score.
Yes.
You're the
Gio,
judge.
You're out. Galvin gets
Yeah.
an extra point.
All right. Next one. No air. One step at a time. Tattoo.
David Lee Roth.
No No air. One step at a time. Tattoo.
It's not Jennifer Hudson. It's the other one. What is her name?
Phasia.
Not Phasia.
Fantasia.
Jordan Sparks.
George Sparks. That's the one.
I'm all right. Footloose. Danger
Loggins.
Zone. Mike Calta. How do I live? Can't fight the moonlight.
Leanne
Blue.
Rimes.
Geo.
He loves her.
That was lovely. Right?
Truth hurts. To be loved. Juice.
Lizzo.
Mike Calta. Get the party started.
Black Eyed Peas.
Who knew? So what?
What's the middle?
Pink.
Spanish.
Oh, too fat.
No.
Too fat to party. Yeah.
Fields of Gold.
Sting.
Spanish. And Pap. We're on the last three.
I knew that one.
Gio's
That's
on the
great.
board with 2 points.
I have 3 really. But
Galvin with 3 points.
I have 3 really.
Michael has 4 points,
I
and
like
Spanish
7.
is your
I like
leader right
7
now.
points.
there's no rules.
He's
in the
winning
game.
with 5.
We just make it up as we
Game's
go.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right. 3 songs, 1 artist. Your last 3. Here we go. Maybe I'm amazed.
Wings.
Too many people banned on the run.
If you say
Paul McCartney and Wings.
Paul McCartney.
That's
but
what's
you
on the
already
paper.
said Paul McCartney.
He said Paul McCartney and Wings.
But he said Paul McCartney. That goes back to
Just
the
like
Joan Jett rule.
in the
Yeah.
black
Yeah.
cards,
You're
whatever.
right. That's my point. Then.
Again, so we just make it up as we go.
No, I'm going with. I'm being consistent within the game at least.
Well, consistent would be by the paper, which we did before. There's no consistency ever.
Galvin.
No,
Mike,
that's the point.
Mike gives it to Galvin.
All right.
No, I yield no power or
Why
wield
we
no
wait?
You
power.
do.
No.
Yeah, you do.
I do not. I am just suggesting because of the Joan Jett thing that we just did 5 minutes ago.
Right.
Huh?
Joe.
Yes.
That's not my call anymore.
What say
so
you?
what do you guys call it?
I say that's Galvin's point.
Oh,
Thank
my
you.
God.
Galvin's point.
Thank you.
All right, last 2. Another day in paradise.
Coolio.
You'll be in my heart, in the air tonight.
Phil Collins.
Mike Calta.
What is the score now?
The score is Spanish, and you both have 5. Galvin
Ooh.
has 4. Gio 2.
Last one. Living La Vida Loca.
Ricky Martin.
Pap.
That was Galvin.
Thank you. Tied it up.
Ties it up.
We have 5. 3 people have 5 points. Gio has 2.
So, well, that was the last one. Gio, you are out.
Gio is shaking his head.
It's just- It's such a waste of time.
Florence Welch.
All right, tiebreaker. I will remember you, Angel,
Sarah
building.
McLachlan.
Oh, I got it right. I was at the oh.
Tight.
Your final score.
What a joke! What a joke!
Gio with only 2 points. Michael and Spanish both with 5.
It's a
And
joke.
Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 6.
We literally
Trademark 2020
change the
voice. Don't talk
rules.
over my trademark.
We literally change the rules every day.
What a trade.
Every day.
Is it a coincidence that we just talked about refs changing the games?
It's tiring.
football.
Deadpool.
It's
All
more
right.
exciting when
So
I win.
let's decide right now.
We've
Okay?
decided like 5 times.
Well, but let's officially put it in the books. Let's put it.
All right.
If you say the name and then follow it with something else, if you've gotten the answer out, is that correct?
No,
I think yes.
no, because you can on Jeopardy. If you say more than the answer,
You're
you
wrong,
wouldn't get it right.
Okay.
Can you say the answer twice on Jeopardy? Because we do that here.
But on Jeopardy, you can change your answer within the answering. I could say Gio has a red hat, blue hat. I could do that in Jeopardy. That's legal as long as you
but
finish it
can't-
within the
but
thing.
You can't say the whole thing and then go back and change it. Like you said, Florence
I
against
said
the machine.
Florence against the machine, and I said Florence and the machine. Like I changed it right
But you
as
said
I was
the
saying.
entire thing. You already put
Right,
the answer in.
but that's why if I say to him, "You have a red hat, blue hat," that's still saying the whole
But
thing.
if you said 3, no 4, then you go no.
But if you're answering within your answer time, you can in Jeopardy. That's the rules.
One answer.
Okay, so then so from now on, one answer and you're out, right?
right.
Yes.
So if I would have said,
If you would have said Florence gets Florence and the Machine.
Well, that's only one answer.
Right.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
fine.
Because you're not finishing the entire sentence. You're not finishing the entire.
Yeah. And then we're saying that if you get the name out, like if it's Joan Jett and you say Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, does that count? Forget what happened in the game. Let's vote from here on out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But when
I go by what's on the
my
paper.
big thing about that,
Stop saying we know you go by what's on the paper.
bad reputation was done by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, not Joan Jett.
Yeah, well, but this one, Dog Days Are Over, was done by Florence and the Machine, not Florence Welch.
Yeah, but you didn't say it anyways.
It doesn't matter. It's the whole point is that is it if you answer the name and other words, are we counting that?
No.
No,
That's my
I say
vote.
no too.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying the game prior because in the history we have done that. I say no.
All right, from now on, no.
Right,
All right,
Gio.
I don't care.
Gio, make sure you remember.
No.
Yeah.
We've done this like a dozen times where we're like, this is the rule going forward no matter what. And then we change it conveniently as we play.
Well, I
Carmen, you should write down these
This has
rules.
happened so many times. Yeah.
I don't think we are changing it. I think that, somebody over there, it doesn't.
We've had this
stick to
exact
his
argument
guns. Yeah.
at least a half dozen
But
times.
Joan Jett did not record that song. That
doesn't
was
matter,
recorded
though.
by Joan Jett and the
Doesn't matter.
Blackhearts.
Doesn't
You're
matter.
going by what's on the paper.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's dumb too.
No, if we think the answer's right, we should just get the point.
No, if the answer's right, the answer's right. If the paper's wrong, that sucks. Because then now,
Right, like
people-
Florence Welch.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you would have said Florence and the Machine, and she goes, no, Florence Welch, that's
That's your
BS.
point. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but not. Gio's right. This sucks.
Thank you.
Yeah. How are we doing news?
We can.
what do you mean?
My computer and phones are down, and we can't get on.
Oh, you guys don't have internet.
Well, we have internet. For
Mike's
the
hardwired
VPN.
in, but yeah, something with there is screwing us up because is Bone TV working or no?
No, we
Yeah.
reset it and it's still not.
Is YouTube working?
Yes.
So we're live on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
But we're not live on.
I'm going to check again right now. I checked in the break and we were not.
So it is that. So and nothing on your phone is working either.
No.
That's insane.
Yeah, I don't know.
And your phone's not working either.
No, it's very slow.
Interesting.
Laptop's not working either.
Do you have
Well,
it?
my laptop doesn't work, but that's the work thing. We can't connect to the VPN.
Do you have
Well,
it-
this one doesn't.
Ethernet cable?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
I could look for one in the garage.
We did. It would be in there. It would be blue probably. All right. Whatever. There's some operation we got.
We can
going on here.
discuss topics that we remember from the weekend.
No, I mean,
I
I'm
know
not,
some
that's fine. I got
deaths,
plenty of things to
you
talk
know.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, just news itself.
Okay. We'll take a
just
break
screwed
and we'll
up.
come back and we'll have a news segment next on 102.5 The Bone. I want to ask you a question, but I
Yeah.
don't want you to get mad at me.
You can ask.
You back with Christmas again?
No.
You're
Why?
scratching and itching your face like crazy.
Yeah, my parents are in town. My brother's got a big life event happening this Saturday.
What is that?
And
Being baptized?
no. I guess he
Get
didn't
the
say I couldn't talk about it, but he's getting married
Oh,
on Saturday.
all right.
Is she pregnant?
So I don't know. I
She
don't think so. Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh,
Wait a second. So when did you find out about this?
Like 2 weeks ago.
How long have they been engaged?
Not long.
So
Couple
it was
months.
just quick.
Yeah.
Are they
quick.
doing like a full-on wedding, or is it just like
No, it's like a tiny
city
service.
hall?
Yeah.
shotgun wedding?
Yeah, pretty much, just like family.
Hmm.
But I tried to shave over the weekend, and it did not go well.
Well.
And then my mother, my parents being in town, she's stressing me out.
Oh my God. Why is she stressing you out? You're not getting married.
Just
Or is she giving you that? Why aren't you getting married?
yeah, a lot of that, a lot of comparing
really
the two
going on with
kids.
your life?
Yeah.
What does he do, your brother?
He works at Raymond James.
Well, he's got a real job.
Yeah.
the financial and not the stadium.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's not the
He's
pretzel
schlepping
stand.
popcorn.
No.
You got one of those cases that hang on your neck.
Yeah.
You're older than him, or
Yeah, by 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
He just whipped past you, man.
Yeah. So then, like,
He's not living with an old wizard.
No. So it's been an interesting weekend.
Yeah. Well, see, I picked it up.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I tried to shave and
Although
like,
I didn't
it
like
messed
your,
up my.
I didn't like your answer. I felt like it was not fully truthful
What do you mean?
when I said you with Christmas? You're
No, just I try. Well, because we got a bunch of family in town.
Yeah.
So we're going to be getting together, and like I said, I wanted to shave me and my family.
Oh,
It was doing like not like a family reunion, but like all the grandparents.
Will you be taking a date to your brother's wedding?
No.
Oh.
No. Yeah. No. I don't even think like we're doing like best man or anything. So
just because you weren't asked doesn't mean they're not doing it.
No, that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah. Oof. Who do you think would be his best man?
I don't know.
Not you.
Farva Fingers or somebody?
No,
or
not Farva Fingers.
Freddie the Lover?
No,
All your
not
friends
Lover
have
Mark.
names.
Yeah.
Nipple Johnson?
Nipple Johnson.
Nipple Johnson
will not be there. Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good picking it up too. Yeah.
Right?
I was nervous to come in because like I got my face looks all.
Your face looks fine.
Does it
I
really?
just see you touching and picking and scrubbing your head.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not
what's the
looking for it.
shower count?
I've showered every day
Okay,
since we
good.
talked
I
about
like
it.
just
Yeah.
checking about these things.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I'm anxious to knowing that after this I'm gonna have to be with my family, and I'm just not looking forward.
Why
to
can't
it.
you just be a man and put your foot down?
With what? Like
I don't know. Whatever
yeah.
they're bothering you about.
No, well, I mean, like it's just I don't really know why I can't because
Yeah, it's weird, and I want to sit here and go, yeah, why let it bother you? But that's how you're built. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I don't know what happened to make you like that, but you're like that.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I don't
know.
have that.
I'm
Me
very
either.
envious.
And but it's weird, and it makes me sad for other people that my family, like, I don't have any problems with my family.
Yeah.
There's so many people. I haven't talked to my brother for 7 years, and I'm like, how could you not talk to your brother for 7 years?
Not you, but you just don't want to talk to your brother at that point. And whatever the fight is your excuse to not talk to your brother. Because my brother and I, we could get into an argument, but if I didn't talk to him for a couple of days, I'd be like, I want to talk to him.
Like, yeah,
right, but
I
if you
couldn't
don't-
imagine that is what I'm saying.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if you don't talk to your brother, it's because you don't want to. That's just how it goes. My brother and would say, like, my mother would do something, whatever, and he'd go, "How could you just?" I go, because I just don't care.
Yeah.
I'm sick of putting everybody else. I do what I want to do now, and then whatever happens falls in line. That's it. That's how it goes.
I try so hard to be like that.
There's no other way to be, or else you're going to be stressed out for the rest of your life.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that's always the thing that I point out to people. Like, you have no control over it. You have no control over what is happening in Ukraine. So stop worrying about
Yeah,
it.
I
You know
feel
what I
that.
mean? If you can do something to help, or you feel like you want to help, all right, whatever, and then you wind up trying to assassinate the president. But other than that, it's like, yeah,
Hey, look,
wow.
got things to do.
But I'm saying, like, the stuff that you can't. I say that to my dad all the time. My dad will be like, "Yeah, it's crazy." This and that. I go, "Hey, retired, relax.
Yeah.
Go out on your dock and go fishing.
Yeah.
And do what you want to do, because you're worrying about it is not going to change it."
And it's weird. Like I was talking about when I was seeing a therapist, I would talk to her a lot about how like it's really only my mother that has that like power, I guess, over me, where I could be super relaxed and comfortable and not care, and then one phone conversation.
Is she here in town now?
I don't know. I would assume yes, but I don't know. I haven't talked to
I
anybody.
just was wondering if she was listening to this show
I don't know.
and how she would feel about how if you said these things to her that might change.
No, well, I've tried to have conversation with her, and some of the last ones we've had, she said to me that I guess we just can't have conversations, and yeah, so it's
Did you watch the 4th of July movie that Louis C.K. did with Joe List? Oh, you should watch that, because him trying to talk to his parents, they're like total Boston parents and stuff, and they're like, "What are you talking about? Your feelings for?"
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
Yeah.
Feelings.
Yeah.
Which is weird because my dad is totally opposite. He's super compassionate. Could talk to him about anything. Yeah,
I like your dad.
yeah, he's a sweetheart.
So today, Joe, we podcasting today?
Yes, we are.
Before the podcast, a nice little brisket lunch.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
sweet. Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Thank
there
you.
you go. I made that big fat ass brisket, and I cooked it for probably 13 hours. I mean, you just blow on it, it jiggles.
Sounds
It's
delicious.
wonderful.
Thank you
Came
for
out
sharing.
Yeah, I have something like that.
What are you blowing?
Don't worry about it.
Oh. All right,
jingle.
ladies and gentlemen, it's time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. No lie, if you're looking for some work boots, or you need some rain boots or anything like that, they have them right there at Pelt's. They have they have the Hey Dudes. By the way, somebody sent me. I couldn't get Hey Dudes, so I got some Sup Bro. Those aren't as good as the Hey Dudes. Hey Dudes, whether you need Nikes, you need some Skechers, whatever, they have those all there. Plus boat shoes, they have flip flops, they have heels, sandals. anything you're looking for, they have them right there in stock at Pelts, and they have the Pelts Fit Experts. They're going to make sure you get the proper fitting shoe. They have the 3D foot scanner as well that's complimentary. So stop into a Pelts. They have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. Make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you. So Hurricane Helene, of course, devastated areas in Florida and beyond. The death toll is currently sitting at 95, and there are over 2 million people without power, which is terrible. And now we have to look out for Isaac, the next storm that's out there.
And there's another one behind
Yeah,
it
brewing,
as well.
brewing. We thought that we got through because it's already getting into October, and usually that's the end of it, you know.
So what do you do if you're somebody who's been devastated by flooding, and we know a lot of people, our friend Bob Murray took a big hit. What do? You clean all that stuff out. I saw pictures of Bob's house. They cleaned it out, and they cut the rotted walls out already out of the drywall.
Mm-hmm.
Like my brother's in the same situation. He needs to have somebody come in and take all the drywall. Oh, you do that, or you wait now until December to do it?
Just sit it out by the curb and have it blow away into somebody else's thing. Yeah,
but I mean, like, you don't know whether you should fix it or not if there's another one coming through.
They say by midweek they should have like a better idea of where that's going to go or what's happening.
Listen, I'm going to be way more prepared for this one than I was for the last one, and thankfully I didn't have any problems but losing power. But I feel like I went into this one a little too willy-nilly.
Yeah, and it feels like it came quick. Like we were talking about it on Monday, and then all of a sudden it was like a huge storm that was,
because they kept saying, like the weatherman will get on and he's like, look, it's not a direct hit, but the wind here is going to bring storm surge, water flooding, and blah, blah, blah. And everybody just shrugs it off like that's what we hear all the time. And then they're like, all right, no, this one's coming, and we're going to get it. So then people started preparing for it. But at that point, how many sandbags can you put? And then people just leaning sandbags up against their door doesn't do anything. You have to cover it with some sort of plastic first, and then the sandbags to keep the plastic down. The sandbags aren't absorbing all the water.
Right. It can get through there easily. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
I did not. I thought you could just throw you could just throw the sandbags up there.
You can throw it if you can line your garage door with sandbags and the water just comes up to the sandbags, you're fine. But if you're bringing in water that's 5 feet high, it's going to go right over the sandbags.
Yeah.
But if you have some sort of plastic shield or something that's keeping it out and the sandbags are keeping it in place, but I mean, you need so much sand. Yeah, you would. There's really no way to combat other than what the Tampa General did with that aqua wall there or whatever they call it. That's really the only way to do it. I saw a guy in Texas one year that Texas got hit by a massive hurricane and flooded, and he bought this thing that goes around his house and he inflates it.
Yeah.
And it blows up like one of those
inflatable.
Yeah, like one of those rafts, those inflatable rafts. And it's like Galvin said, it's like a reverse moat around his house. And that stopped the water from coming at him. And everybody said he was crazy when he bought it, but that he was the only dry person in the whole area.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's insane. But, also, who's got the money for that stuff?
Yeah, but also, if you're living in an area that you know is a flood zone area or that's right on the water or anything like that, you want to try and take precautions. And if you're living on the water, you probably have some money, to be able to try and do that. But, yeah, it's got to be difficult for sure.
Carmen, is Chad super busy already?
For the hurricane?
Yeah.
He did not sign up for any storms.
He's a coach now.
Yeah, he is full teacher and coach mode.
Leave it behind. By the way, 60 Minutes last night had a thing about insurance companies, and there was a guy who is what is the guy that goes and assesses the damage?
Appraiser?
Adjuster. Yeah, okay. So this guy goes, and he seemed like a good guy. You know how you can read people, and you're like, this guy seems like a good guy. And he said he would go and meet with the people. And he goes, and I would always leave them my business card so that they can call me and let me know what's going on and stuff.
Right.
So he goes, these old people, and he does the thing. And he says, yes, you guys need a new roof. It's going to cost this much. It's going to wind up being, with all the different stuff, $285,000. Let's just say that. And so then he goes, I got phone calls. I've never had so many phone calls from different people cursing me out, yelling at me, doing all this stuff. And he was like, I was so confused what was going on. He goes, until I got the report. He goes, here's my report. And his report is like, 500 pages.
Right.
And all this stuff, whatever, that says they need a new roof and they need this and it's going to be $285,000, this, that. And he goes, here's the report they got. And it's 4 pages.
Oh, wow.
So whoever does it at the desk, who never went and assessed the damage or anything like that.
Pull all that stuff out.
pulled all his stuff out, left his name and license number on it and everything, and sent it and said, "You're not getting a new roof. This is just a repair, and it's going to be $12,000."
But see, the difference for that is they may not have been covered for the damage that took place.
No,
or
Carmen, it's not that. It was literally insurance companies changing the goal line and saying you don't get this because of this, whatever. But it's in court now, and it's all this stuff. And because the guy was like, he goes, "Now I can be put in jail for this because they're changing my stuff. It has my thing." He goes, "But that's not me, so that's why I had to go and say, this isn't me. I'm not doing this." And, take these insurance companies, hold them accountable and stuff. And that's what the one guy was saying. He goes, "You want them to be held accountable? Put somebody in handcuffs." He goes, because this has been going on far too long. And Carmen, like Chad had discussed before, how the insurance companies, there used to be 20 insurance companies. Now there's 2 that owns everyone else. Yeah. And all these ones that are leaving Florida because of hurricanes and stuff, they said, there was 30 in Florida, whatever, 28 have gone bankrupt or been bought out by somebody else and all this stuff. Yeah, it was wild.
This storm is going to make it even worse.
Right.
You think insurance is bad now?
Yeah.
Just wait
followed
until...
up by the other 2 that are coming. Like
exactly.
even if they're a fraction of what the damage is from these storms that are coming, it's going to make it.
Homeowners are screwed.
I had to go to court with my or arbitration with my insurance company because of my roof replacement. And you pay your insurance on time, you do all this stuff, and then when it comes to needing a new roof and need something, you go to them and say, "Hey, I had a damage in a storm," and blah blah, and they go, "Oh, no." Then I had to go to court, and then the court had to drag it out, and then finally they were like, "All right," they agreed to pay it, but they're also dropping you from your insurance. I'm like, "Oh, okay." I mean, like you leave me, I'm a good customer.
Yeah, what was the Matt Damon movie, The Rainmaker? Is that what it was? Where he was the lawyer and the insurance company was trying to screw the kid that wound up getting cancer and all that stuff, whatever. Yeah, but it just shows you they don't want to pay out. They're going to do everything they possibly can not to pay out, and they have unbelievable law teams that'll just crush you in court. And they go, "Yeah, we're going to spend $10,000, $20,000, whatever it may be in court, whatever, but that saves us from giving them $4.8 million or whatever."
My wife was a claims analyst for a big insurance company for years before we got married, and she was authorized to write checks for up to $1 million, or not write it, but to approve it,
right?
But they would give her a case, and they'd be like, "This is Bob. Bob died of cancer, and he had this insurance policy." So she'd have to look at all the rules on the insurance policy. And so you can't take the insurance policy out after you found out you have cancer.
Right.
But that old Snoop face would find it. She'd dig through the things and she'd be like, "I'm sorry to tell you, but Bob went to the doctor in April and took this insurance policy out in July. And this family that thinks they're going to be getting $1 million is now avoid." She was really good at what she did and had to crush people's dreams.
She had to talk to him herself?
I think she had to send him a letter. But she would get nasty calls and all that. And she's like, she didn't take it, offense to it because it wasn't her she was mad at. It was Bob they were mad at. Bob screwed it up. But also there'd be times where she'd dig through and be like, "Nope, this guy had $50,000 worth of insurance," and then prove that.
By the way, the other thing that was on 60 Minutes after the insurance thing, our sweet Cece, Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. They did a profile about the WNBA. Do you know that the WNBA viewership is up like 400% or something crazy?
If you guys didn't talk about it as much, I would not be interested in it at all.
Yeah.
Like I would just blow it off. But because you guys talked about it, now I've learned a little bit about it. Now I'm more interested in it.
So you have the playoffs going right now. There's 4 teams. It's Las Vegas. It is New York Liberty. It is Connecticut Sun and Minnesota Lynx. So those are the 4 teams that are in the semifinals, whatever. But it was interesting because they were saying how much viewership went up, all the different stuff that's going on, and they're trying to get revenue share. And they were talking to Collier, one of the players. She's actually in the last two games before this last one scored over 80 points in the 2 games combined. Yeah, but like 42 in one game. But she's part of the team that talks to him, and she said, "We want revenue share." She goes, "I don't think we should be making what the NBA makes." She goes, "But they make so much because they have revenue share, because when viewership is up and ticket sales and all that type of stuff, then they get paid." They said, "It's nice. We're doing, we have chartered planes now. We have the different stuff, whatever. But, still I think the average pay for the players like $70,000. Whatever.
It's a young league, and it's come a long way. And the joke that it was when it first started, everybody laughed and was like, "Who's going to watch this?" Now everybody's got the hottest player in sports,
and they're talking about expanding it with 8 more teams,
which I think helps out because I'm telling you right now, as a girl dad, I definitely see my daughter being more interested in what girl sports are doing than with guys. Like, she won't watch football at all, but she knows who Caitlin Clark is. She played softball this weekend. That's nerve-wracking as a parent to watch because she doesn't even know which way to. Because I thought she was going to run to third base. She doesn't know anything about baseball, and she got a hit that went up the third base line and went foul at the last second. But then the next pitch was a pass ball at the catcher, so she got to run to first, and then she ended up scoring. And she's like, "Did I get a point?" And the coach is like, "You got to run." And she came up to me. She's like, "I got a home run." I'm like, "You did not get a home run. You'll get all the."
I scored a touchdown, Dad.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, other than the fact that it was 9,000 degrees, it was a lot more fun to watch than I thought it would be.
And when my son was playing Little League baseball, I just love it.
Yeah, it's just
fun to watch.
It's fun to watch, even if they're terrible or if they're great. You don't care. You just want to have fun.
Gio is a total sports dad.
Oh yeah.
He loves it. He came to Chamberlain's game. Doesn't have a kid on the team.
No.
Just wanted to come to watch high school football, and we had such a fun time.
And I was so excited for the players and stuff. I love that.
I think that's great. I don't have that in me.
Couple of beers for the boys.
Yeah. Wait, no.
I want to go to another game.
Yeah.
Who is ready for some hot VP heat? Tim Walz and JD Vance will have their debate tomorrow night. Is this one of a few, or
I think it's
one and done? What are our predictions for Tim Walz and the couch banger?
I think Tim Walz is going to come across as just a fluffy old fun guy that everybody kind of likes, kind of like a Bernie Sanders, where you like him. He's just an old nice guy who just says crazy things. And then everybody's going to look at JD Vance and be like, "This is it. It's over."
Yeah.
JD Vance is so completely unlikable to everybody. Yeah. Even Trump doesn't really like him.
He's become a walking meme. Everywhere he goes, there's some type of awkward meme that ends up happening.
And it's also, is he wearing eye makeup? Look how manicured his beard is. Just everything about him. You're like, oh, I don't know what's going on here.
Will he call Walz Tampon Tim on the debate stage?
No.
He's done it out in the where they're stumping.
If he does, I got to tell you, I think a lot of people are sick of that type of stuff. So I think that's a bad move. I mean, who knows whether he will or not, but if he does, people are just going to be like, "Oh,
I don't like him. I think that he's not done anything to become likable, so he might as well go out in flames.
Yeah.
He might as well just tear it up and try to, he's like, "I'm not winning."
They have to be, the Trump campaign has to be regretting that they picked him.
I don't know. I
don't think it even matters who they picked, really. It's about Trump. It
is about Trump. I mean, it's not a case of like Sarah Palin where that cost him an election or anything. I just don't think it helped. I think you could have picked it didn't seem like he came across serious. Like, everybody wanted him to pick Tulsi Gabbard. Everybody wanted him to pick a strong woman. Had he done that, I think that a strong woman with a serious background, he would have come across stronger. Like the same reason he picked the Pence. Pence, he picked a guy who was super conservative and a guy who had that Midwest, so he can get those Midwest votes. In this case, religious. I don't know what's that. Yeah, religious guy. I don't know what JD Vance appeared to be helpful to anybody.
I think if you were a Trump supporter, nothing that Vance did made you jump off the train. You know what I mean? I think that I think Vance thought he had to be like Trump. You know, he had to go in there and Trump it up.
But it also didn't get him any new voters. Like, if you were on the Trump train, you stayed on, you didn't get off, but no one got on.
Right. Because of Vance,
Nobody said, "Give me some of that Vance." Do you remember you remember whenever McCain, were saying about Sarah Palin, whenever McCain was running, and he had to just break down at how dumb people were?
Yeah.
And goes, like, the guy was like, Barack Hussein Obama, he's got ties to Al Qaeda, this, that, and he goes, Barack's a good guy.
Right.
Like, we disagree on some stuff, but he's not with. He's just McCain at one point was just like, "Oh, you people are too dumb for me to run."
Focus on the policies and why things are a giant mess.
It was wild.
That would make too much sense.
Well, speaking of, do you think we'll discover what any of Tim Walz and Kamala Harris's policies are with this?
No, but I don't. Yeah. No, I don't think. I don't. I think the best thing that they could do is keep skirting the issue because there's nothing to point to now. There's nothing at this point. They're like, we're just riding out what we're doing right.
It's just weird to think that this is, at least from my memory, this is the first presidential candidate where I have no idea what her policies are whatsoever.
I mean, they're the same as the guy that's there now.
Are they?
Yeah. Well,
Are they? Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know.
policy
But
is
it doesn't
not
matter.
Trump. That's the policy.
It is, you're right. The policies, I'm not Trump.
Yep.
And the policies, no matter what she says, it doesn't matter anyway. It's not like we're going to hold her to what she says.
Yeah, and because he can change. Fracking, no fracking. Yes,
Yeah,
I was
I
for
guess.
fracking.
It's
Now I'm
just-
against fracking.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know
when-
what franking is.
When these people get in office, it's not like any of their campaign policies had 90% of them
Yeah.
never come true.
Yeah.
You know?
So they never mention them again.
No, they never mention when they get elected.
Just get him in there. So death came in threes this weekend, depending on
4s maybe, depending on what you got. Go ahead.
So Dame Maggie Smith.
That's a tough one. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
she was old, but what a great actress.
Yeah.
John Ashton.
Yep, from John Ashton, known to most people as Taggart from
Beverly Hills Cop.
but to us is
Marvin.
Yeah.
from Midnight Run.
Right.
that
and
sequel
then
killed him.
Chris Christopherson. By the way, 2 out of 3 former guests of the show.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Old Whistler.
The one you're missing. The second Roman from Days of Our Lives died.
Oh, really?
John Black.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only 70 years old.
Yeah, wow.
Handsome silver fox.
Was he still on the show?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know there were 3 Romans?
I remember the original Roman with the kind of curly hair, and
Yep.
then John Black. I remember him.
Yep.
I don't remember the other Roman.
Me either, but I searched because I saw.
By the way,
that-
this is Days of Our Lives, a soap opera that Mike and I both watched.
Yes. So I saw that that the guy died, and the guy John Black, but his hair is completely white now. So I had to look to make sure that was him. So I searched Roman Brady, who played Roman Brady, to find out there was a third character that played Roman. So I don't know if he was a plot twist or if he just was the new actor.
Because they had the original Roman, and then this Roman went away. He died or whatever. We didn't know. And then this mysterious guy shows up, John Black.
John Black.
And then we find out it was Roman the entire time, but he had facial reconstruction surgery and all kind of stuff.
Then only to find out something
Yeah.
later. Then the old Roman came back, but he was really John Black.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Marlena, his wife, got possessed by the devil.
Nope.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And she would do this. She would be like, something would be going on. She'd go, I told you no.
Yeah.
And she had like red eyes. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Very unlucky.
The same Marlena that you saw get strangled by the Salem Strangler,
Yeah.
only to see her show up the next day, and you were like, "What?" And that was her twin sister that came to visit.
Twin sister.
And Jake Kosacek was the Salem Strangler.
I don't remember.
Salem Slasher.
I don't
There was a slasher. There was a strangler.
Because the dude from Hero.
Right.
Heroes was, yeah.
That was him.
Right, yeah.
I just can't remember because he was on the show, and I go, "You're on Days of Our Lives." I go, "Who did you play?" And he goes, "I was Jake Kosacek," and I go, "Oh, the Salem Strangler." He goes, "Oh no, the Salem Slasher."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't remember it all.
I was in love with
Don't-
Hope.
Hope was hot, and then don't forget Tony DeMera
Yeah.
and his twin brother Andre.
People should watch more soap operas. They're
I don't know
really
what
exciting.
soap operas do now. They were cool then, though. I mean, we get murders and
Yeah.
twins and all
Get
that
to
stuff.
stay home from school and
You
watch
know,
it.
people
So
are
good.
banging each other.
So you had Maggie Smith, who passed away. She was 89 years old, of course, in the Harry Potter movies. She was in Downton Abbey and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
John Ashton, like you said, Beverly
Some of
Hills
the
Cop.
things, some of the lines that she has in Downton Abbey were just murderous. She would insult people in such ways. It was great. It was great.
Awesome.
Midnight Run, one of our great movies that we love. He was in there. And then, of course, Chris Christopherson passed away as well, who was in A Star is Born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the, 3 or 4 versions of it that is out
He was
there
in
and
the
stuff.
second version.
Singer, poet laureate, all the different stuff.
My brother checking in, also a fan of Days of Our Lives. He was Chris Kosacek. No, Chris Kosacek was the older brother. Jake
Chris
was the killer.
Kosacek played left wing for the Flyers.
No, that's different. It's just Chris Chelios.
I think somebody else. Are you too lazy? This seems like something perfect for you.
I don't know why.
If you cared about Halloween.
Okay.
Are you too lazy to grab your own Halloween costume? Well, if you are, Uber announced they are partnering with Spirit Halloween so you can pay your Uber driver to go and grab your costume this year.
That's funny.
It's pretty good. Like if you're like, oh, I can't make it to the party and go and do this, so if I can get ready and they can deliver me a costume and I'll show up. Look at me, I'm a hot dog.
I was gonna say, I think it's more of people like last minute parties, or also your costume breaks. Because costumes, they're very flimsy sometimes, depending on which
if
ones.
your costume's breaking and your bed's breaking, it's time. Listen, it's time to look in the mirror.
Get on that walking thing.
I have looked in the mirror. I have been on my walking pad, and it's still not working.
You broke your hot dog.
I don't know why my costume split. I don't know why my bed broke. I don't know why they can't fly me out over the crowd.
I'm not pink.
You certainly are.
You're not pink. You probably were at one point, but now it's a shade of brown. I saw that there's a lot of Haktua girl costumes out.
Yep.
That is crazy.
That's only good if you combine it with something else. Like if you make it like a Hasidic Jew version, you Haktua. That would be hilarious.
That's pretty good.
That would be great, right?
Chewbacca.
Yeah. Like those, so, yeah. That'd be great. Haktua Baka.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The fact that they're selling that stuff in stores is amazing.
The fact that she doesn't get any piece of that's
She might.
does,
No,
yeah.
because she trademarked her that saying.
Yeah.
So I think anything that goes on, she gets paid.
no,
she
because
gets
they don't say Haktua. They go country tour girl or something like that.
Yeah,
Right.
because like whenever you go to like the whatever Party City or whatever, and you go and look, and it's not Beetlejuice, it's Beetle Guy, or something,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or it's Fred Caveman.
They had a
Stone.
good thing on Saturday Night Live this weekend. They were like, it was the demise of your local businesses. Don't worry, because a couple of weeks are all going to be the Halloween store. What do they call that place? The Spirit Halloween stores. At the end of it, this little girl, it says female singer, and they go to give it to this little girl, and she's like, that's not Taylor Swift. And the girl goes, neither are you. Oh, by the way, I have that coming up.
Taylor Swift
concert.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'm going.
I saw maybe the dumbest thing. It is.
Bennett?
I mean, it may be the dumbest thing. It's one of those ones where it's like, I don't care. Blah, blah, blah. Some old guy, they had an auction, and they had a Taylor Swift autographed acoustic guitar. And the guy bought it for, I think it was like $5,000 or something. Bought it and got it, and then pulled his hammer out and smashed it right there. Oh, you got her, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. What is the...
What
is
an
the point
idiot.
of that? Yeah. Like, I don't understand that. Like, my son listens to some of the worst music I've ever heard in my life, and but I just attributed that to me not liking that genre, and also me getting older. I don't hate any of it. But you want to like it. I know people like that. It says so much about you.
Yeah.
Buy it, take it home, and secretly destroy it if you really care. Or if you do it in front of a bunch of people, then maybe you're the jerk.
But it's like the guy, and I won't swear when I tell this time, but whenever you check in to get your haircut and you check in online, and I went in there and they said to the guy, there was an old guy, and they go, did you check in online? And he goes, I don't do any of that BS, blah, 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 this and that. And they go, did you check in online? And I go, yeah. And they go, come on. And I went, well, there you go, dumb. Yeah. Ooh, you're too cool for it? Well, sit there with long hair. How you like that?
Let it weigh your head down.
Bushy eyebrows. 7-Up. I don't know if anybody's drinking 7-Up anymore. I got to tell you, 7-Up, like Sprite took over. Right?
When's the last time you saw a 7-Up?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I've never been to a party that had 7-Up. I don't see it in the fountain thing.
I just remember 7-Up yours was like when that was like a thing. People were drinking 7-Up, but that was like 90s.
I only remember never had it, never will.
Yeah, sure. But and then Orlando Jones, right? Wasn't he doing it for a while? He was a 7-Up guy. But anyways, 7-Up says they are releasing 7-Up Shirley Temple.
I did see that.
Nationwide. Yeah. So a little 7-Up with a little cherry in there.
Well,
from
Shirley Temple, like, you didn't get enough sugar in 7-Up.
Yeah. October 15th through the end of the year. So if you're looking forward to something, maybe this will pick it back up for 7-Up.
Well, I mean, because kids like to drink Shirley Temples because they like to pretend they're drinking alcoholic drinks. So, during the holidays, you're serving that to the kids. We made you 7-Up.
There you go.
Shirley Temples.
Something. Today is National Chewing Gum Day.
When's the last time?
Oh, I chew gum quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah. I like to have gum. I have like the little what?
Open mouth chew?
I kind of do the sports chew.
That's not bad.
You know what I mean? I kind of do this.
I do the front teeth chew.
Yeah,
I'll do that
I
to
know.
you.
I was just standing in line behind somebody at Publix that had, I don't know if it
I
was
don't do the
Hubba Bubba.
chomp chomp.
Dude,
No.
loud,
No.
man, loud.
I do the bubble crack though.
That's not bad. I don't mind
the
the bubble
inward
crack.
bubble, not the outward bubble.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I do like that.
yeah.
I can't do that.
No.
I can do the out, but I
You
can't
can
do,
do
the in.
it?
I cannot.
Oh, that's sad.
I know.
See, I have to tell you, since Teaza, I really haven't been a gum chewer. I've been all about the Teazas.
Yeah, I don't know that changed me. I do like the Teaza, but the only time I really chewed gum was when we played baseball. Like
Yeah.
that was a big thing. You'd put a big wad of it in your
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah.
I still like to throw that big league chew in there.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Remember the stick of gum like in the baseball cards?
Oh, it would cut your mouth.
It was horrible, but you always ate it no matter what.
You had to. You had to.
It was like
Yeah.
never. It tasted horrible. It was like crumbling in your
It had
mouth.
that like anthrax powder on it. You're like, I don't know what this is.
But ate it every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the one
Or
that
sharp. Why is
Yeah.
gum sharp?
Butt up against Rod Carew. And you're like,
the one with the zebra where you got
Juicy
the
fruit.
tattoos.
Oh
Juicy
no, it's,
fruit.
So-
fruit stripe.
Fruit stripe. Yeah.
Fruit stripes. It was so good, but I had some like a year ago or something. It loses its taste in
yeah.
like a minute.
Yeah.
In 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It's the most delicious thing
Yeah.
for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Where does it
And then
go?
it's just
That's what I
like-
want to know.
Yeah, it's
I
terrible.
think they went out of business. I don't think
I
they have
believe they
fruit
did.
stripes
No, they-
anymore.
Like I said, I
bet
found it
they
a year
probably
ago.
Still have
Didn't
it.
we do a story though that
I
they were
thought so.
ending their thing?
Maybe.
Maybe I'm thinking something else.
Maybe that's why I got
I mean,
it.
I never see it anymore.
Yeah, I thought we had that.
I don't hope this doesn't ruin our accurate reporting.
Yeah, we're fake news.
I do enjoy like the Eclipse or whatever. like
Eclipse
the
is good.
it's
Oh,
got
yeah.
the good flavor. Yeah.
Orbit.
Orbit, good.
Orbit spearmint is what I chewed like when I was in high school for like any sports event. I
Yeah.
always had to have gum while I was
You had
playing.
sport gum?
Yeah, I always I had my grandpa. He'd always bring me 2 water bottles and a pack of gum. I always chewed gum when I played.
Like
They
the
have-
Gatorade gum?
They have the Gatorade
Yeah.
gum too. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Now, yeah, that wasn't around
The
back in
Orbit
the day.
was great because of those commercials where it was like clean up your dirty mouth.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
Oh, have you
liquor?
Yeah.
have you went and watched any of those old commercials?
Shut
Dude.
the front door.
Yep. They're great.
What about that gum that used to explode in your mouth when you chew it?
Chules. There was
Is
Chules
that what
and
it
there was Burst or something. I don't know.
It
I
had
do
liquid in
remember.
the middle.
Yeah.
Was that bubble yum, but with something
No.
else in it?
Bubble gum was just big fat gum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they did have one that had like gel
Yeah.
in the middle that
Yeah.
would be like, ugh,
I want to say it was
I don't like that.
Chules.
Sounds
sounds about
familiar.
right,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they had like the ice breakers or whatever, the ice block thing.
I like
whatever.
that. I like
I'm just
that
telling you
gum.
right now, I'm so fat that talking about gum has made me hungry.
Wait, what?
Eat 3 sticks of gum right now.
That's pretty much it then for news as far as what I have. If there's anything else you want to go over.
No, we'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll get into some more stuff.
Okay.
No Ian today, by the way.
Okay.
Ian is still dealing with flooding over there
All
at
right.
Dignitary Cafe.
Yeah, that's
he is. I mean, to think if he flooded over there, that had to come across Gandy Boulevard into him. That had to be insane down there.
Did you see the video? They found a eel
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Is he going to cook it up? I bet he does.
Yeah, sous vide. that
He'll
bitch.
figure it out.
vide that
Yeah.
out.
He'll make it taste good.
No.
Ian's good. He'll figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, it's just sad to see all of our friends and neighbors and
Yeah.
people that we don't even know and all the stuff that they've had to deal with this week and how I'm just happy how lucky I am that we got away with
A
this
lot
one.
of people are asking me, like on social media, how did you guys do? How'd your family do this and that? And I feel bad saying we're totally fine. Like,
Fine.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I wrote
survivor
back and
guilt.
I was like, we're famous, we're fine.
Wait, that's not how that works.
I wrote back. I said I'm a work associate with Mike Calta. I'm fine.
Do you want your birthday gift?
I mean, if you want to
Yeah.
give it to
Do
me,
it. Do it. Do it.
All right, we'll do it when we come back from break.
it's only a month and 15 days early.
Yeah.
So no gift at
Can
his
he
birthday
u-
then.
That's all right.
But can he use it? Like, is it something he can like use up until his birthday?
Yeah. You can
Okay.
use it immediately.
It's like a puppy in a box, and you want to give it to me now so it doesn't die in a
just-
month.
Right.
No,
That's
no,
what I'm
no.
making sure.
Would it be funny if we all bought you puppies?
Wait.
I got a puppy.
I know. I'm just
You don't want any more?
I mean, I'd love to have a lot of puppies.
Don't give
my
puppies as gifts.
Wife would lose her mind probably.
Are you allowed to bring dogs to the mall?
It depends
Service
on
dogs.
Yeah, but it's in this point now, people bring their dogs in the strollers and stuff.
Yeah.
And you see them all over the place. Like, I think Hard Rock is dog friendly. Like, a lot of hotels and different places are dog friendly.
Oh,
so you see
really?
them walking all the time. By the way, always ask whether you can pet a dog just because the dog may be aggressive, but also if it's a service dog or something, you don't want to pet it, or if they're training it or doing anything like that. But every time I'm like, oh, can I pet your dog? I was in Hard Rock, and there was a girl standing there with a Rottweiler that was about 6 months old, and it was awesome.
Oh, they're such beautiful.
I wanted to bite his face. I love whenever I get close on the age, whatever. Because I go, oh my god. I go, can I pet him? And she goes, yeah. And I go, about what, 6 months old? And she goes, yeah, 6 months. And I go, yeah, got it. I should win a prize.
We went to the Hard Rock this weekend again.
Yeah, I saw. Would you going over there gambling more or what?
Yeah. Well, my wife and I went out to dinner. We went to a restaurant. Walked out of that restaurant. Went to another restaurant. We were at the mall.
Walked out of the first restaurant because bad service?
No, it's not even. I'm not really complaining about it. It just was an unfortunate incident. We were at the mall, and
little Cheesecake Factory action.
No. My wife had to buy. So we're in this girls' clothes store. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of people there post hurricane at the mall, and they're like, you can go sit in the dressing room. There's a couch in there, and I was like, great. So I'll go in there. And I'm sitting on the couch and. Some guy came in with a smoking hot girlfriend, some kid. They were probably like 20, and he had a dog. And I'm like, it was like a little husky something. I don't know. It was a husky mix, and that wasn't a service dog, and I didn't have any service dog marks on it. And I didn't say anything, but I'm like, so you just bring your dog to the mall now? I mean, my dog would go crazy at the mall, but I do the same thing. I look over and I go, can I pet that dog?
Yeah.
Can I pet that dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just was playing with the dog. I was loving it. But anyway, on the way out, my wife goes, we were going to eat at the Hard Rock. And she goes, we don't have a reservation. Why don't we just eat here at the mall? And I went, no. And she goes, we can go to Capitol Grill. And I went, okay. I didn't want to eat at the Cheesecake Factory. Not that it's bad. I just didn't feel like going there for dinner.
Pretzel Kingdom's nice, Michael.
What is Pretzel Kingdom? Oh, like the Auntie Anne's pretzels?
Yeah.
Believe me, if I could, I would.
What is the Italian place there? Not is it bistro beer something?
Sbarro's?
No, it's something to eat. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
No, they're all good.
Yeah.
They're all good. I had my mind on Council Oak. I wanted a steak, you know what I'm saying? So we roll into Capitol Grill, and I walk up to the front desk, and the lady goes, I said 2, and she said, do you have a reservation? I said no, and it was like 6 o'clock. It wasn't that bad. And she
right
goes,
at dinner time. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it wasn't like
Saturday.
Yeah,
it was, but it was also
dinner time.
the day after a hurricane. It wasn't exactly super busy.
People with top power looking for food, going out to a restaurant.
You're just out shopping.
Yeah.
And they were like, you could sit in the bar area anywhere you want, first come, first serve. So we're like, okay. So I walked in there, and I didn't want to sit at a high top table. So we went in the back and sat at a low table. And the man came to the bathroom. The manager came over to me, and he was like, excuse me. He goes, I'm the manager here. I was like, what's up? And he goes, do you have a reservation? And I said, no. And he said, well, these tables are reserved. I go, the lady just told me to come in here and sit at one. And he goes, this is the high tops. I go, she didn't say the high tops. I wouldn't have said no. I would have said no to the high top. And he goes, yeah, you can. I was like, really? I go, okay. My wife's in the bathroom. When she comes back, we'll leave. And he goes, okay. I was like, really? Okay.
Wow.
That's it.
They're
So we left.
reserved.
Must be doing so well.
I did not argue with the guy. I'm not smashed. I will eat at Capitol Grill again. It was just an unfortunate night. But we just went across the street to Eddie V's. It's not like you don't have 30 choices over there. You know what I mean? So we just only went there because it was convenient. We were in the mall. So
then how did you get to Hard Rock?
So then we went to Eddie V's, and old Gambly Thumbs over there had such a good time the week before. She's like, you want to just go to the Hard Rock? I said, well, yes. Yes, I do. So we went over there, and we did some gambling. Sit down at the table with her, playing the blackjack, and she's killing us. Her mere presence there, it just is giving the whole table bad luck.
Yeah.
And then it's me, her, and 2 younger dudes. And finally she goes, I'm going to go to 3 card. I was like, great idea. She gets up. I jack up my bet. And I go, hey, guys, don't worry about it. And I go, she's gone. We'll do good now. And they're like, what do you mean? I go, she's the worst. She's the worst luck ever. I go, and they were like, it's been a bad night. I go, she is ruining our night. And the blackjack dealer goes, well, that's not nice to say. She's at a different table now. I go, I wish she can go to a different casino. Deals out, hits me with a 21 first hand. And I go, I told you. She goes, you're right. She's evil. I go, I'm telling you right now.
Love it.
Very nice. I really, the dealers there are really nice, and you get one, and then they have to change shifts, and you're like, oh, but I like it.
I know. Yeah, they do the quick shift change a lot, and especially like if you have somebody you like, you're like, oh, should I wait? You know what I've done now? Because before I would go, all right, keep playing whatever. A lot of times, whenever that dealer's done, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you just feel it, and you're like, all right, I'm up. Let me count real quick. All right, I'm done. I'm out.
Did you say you were playing Baccarat?
Yes.
That's what I want to play now.
I can tell you that I learned how to play Baccarat. So Baccarat is actually the best odds, or well, no, not the best odds, but it is basically 50-50.
Yeah.
You know how roulette?
It's kind of like war.
Roulette is not 50-50 because it's black and red. You know, if you're betting on the outside, but then they have the green, so that throws it off. So it's not exactly 50-50. Well, Baccarat, I think, is actually one of the better odds for the player, but you have to guess player or banker who's going to have the hand that's closest to 9 is what it is. You without going over face card is a 0, so you do the whole thing, whatever. So I sat down at Baccarat. I learned how to play. All right, let me go ahead and play. Banker, player wins. All right, it won't win twice in a row. Banker, player wins. All right, player. Banker wins. I played like 6 hands. I lost.
That's how we build this building.
Yeah, I lost every hand. I go, all right, maybe I'm just not good about it because there's no skill in it. You know what I mean?
No, you just get the cards.
Yeah.
And decide, you take another card.
And the weird thing about it is, do you know they encourage you to bend the cards? So they only use the cards for one hand, and then it's done, and they throw the cards away.
Really?
Yeah, they go for the card because if for some reason that's been a thing. That's part of it where you get the card. And you don't just turn the card over. You go like this. And you bend and you look and you see I got a 1 heart. What? Let's see. I got a 6. All right. And then you flip it over. And you do that, whatever. And then there's just all bent up and stuff. It's so dumb.
No, I hate it. I just pick them up, look at them, and drop them down.
You can. Yeah. You certainly can because you're a normal human being. Right, but you'll see people do this. They'll rub them around and stuff, and then they'll bend them like that. And it's like,
in 3-card poker, when I get the cards, I take them and then I slowly slide like that's going to do anything.
But it's funny because you do it. Everybody does it different. I noticed that you do it. You pick your cards up and then you do it. I pull them up like this and I push them one at a time.
Oh, really?
Because you go spade,
red
heart.
diamond.
Can I tell you, Chad and I both woke up this morning. First thing we did was check our Hard Rock betting app.
Yeah.
And we have both decided we are taking breaks from betting.
Yeah.
We are terrible.
I got to tell you, after this weekend, I may take a break.
Yeah.
I got crushed on college football. I got crushed on UFC, and then I got crushed on NFL. I won some in-game bets and different prop bets, but the ones that I put out, it was like one thing.
Yep.
Yeah. That's how it is. I mean, look, you're going to have ups and downs, and there's no way to control it. Some teams are going to have crazy weeks. And blowouts when you weren't expecting it, and it's just how it goes.
But Chad was okay.
I feel like I'm kryptonite for Josh Allen. Josh Allen will throw for like 800 yards and 19 touchdowns and stuff, and then I go, all right, bet the over 1.5 touchdowns on him. He can't even hold the ball. He's like,
it's almost like he's not any good.
No.
I mean, when you're playing against the Jaguars, you look like a superstar.
Can I tell you? Are we going to admit that the Washington Commanders are real?
Oh, Jaden Daniels he's legit.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah. And they have a good running back like, Randy Allen, who does the website stuff, whatever. He's a Commanders fan. And I go, you guys got a real team now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing it.
Do we have the audio of Brady yesterday?
Yes.
Carmen, yeah. So Tom Brady came back here, made his return to Tampa to do the game. It was so funny because Mike Olivero, I was like, you want to come over and watch the game? He's like, I think I'm going to go in the press box. I didn't realize why. I'm guessing. I don't know. I mean, I would want to go just get a glimpse of Brady walking around.
Yeah.
But Brady came back. He spent a lot of time on the sidelines. You saw him with Jason Light and with Mike Evans, of course. And then he did talk to Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield had made a comment that they were having a lot of fun now. And the fact that Tom was there before made things a little bit stressful because Tom was a celebrity, and it's much different having an celebrity in the locker room than it is just having a bunch of goofy guys trying to make a good team and have fun. So he was commenting on how much fun everybody has, and that was a little stressful when Tom was around, and Tom took to the airwaves to respond to that yesterday. Listen to this.
Our guy here said, quote, "They wanted me to come in, be myself, bring the joy back to football for guys who weren't having as much fun." It's funny because you've made this environment for me very stressful up here in the booth, so I understand where he's coming from.
Do you feel it?
No.
Feel the stress? No. Well, I was going to say, I thought stressful was not having Super Bowl rings. So there was a mindset of a champion that I took to work every day. This wasn't daycare. if I wanted to have fun, I was going to go to Disneyland with my kids.
I have to tell you,
That is such a Tom Brady answer.
Jeez.
but I mean, I feel like he's been saying that in his head for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
If I wanted to have fun, I'd go to Disney World with my
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, yeah.
I go to Disney World. I'm like, if I want to have fun, I go to Disney World with my kids. Like just driving around in his Mercedes, just thinking that, like repeating it over, and I'm going to say it on the air.
I just love I thought not winning Super Bowls was stressful. Which is such a Brady line. I love that. I thought that was great.
It was great, and I don't feel like there's any heat between the two of them.
Afterwards, in the post-game press conference, a couple of the reporters asked Baker about it, and he goes, "No." He goes, "It was taken out of." He's like, "It's a little bit taken out of context." He's like, "Tom and I talked. We have a great relationship and stuff." He's like, "It's no big deal. There's no heat there at all."
No, it's just it's so funny. He is not like Tony Romo is.
No,
in that
he's getting better though. I know.
No, I mean he definitely sounds better and he's more comfortable. But when he's like, they're like, "Tom, what would you do here?" He goes, "I would run Bucky Irving up the middle 3 more times, then pass to Mike Evans. Next pass, Mike Evans touchdown. Like he can't
Wide
call
open.
the plays. Yeah. I mean, he can't predict the future. But Romo, when the reason why people loved him is because he'd call those plays before they happened so quick, and
and just spot on too. What they're going to want to do here is this, and it all happens. You're like, Jesus, how much does this guy know about football?
I know, and it was. I thought he sounded good yesterday.
Yeah.
I thought him having insight into the players and throwing to Mike Evans and what it's like for Godwin, and him saying that you got to be can't be the first guy to stop Godwin because he's going to bounce off at least one guy on his way out there. Like all those things I thought were great.
Yeah. It was. Did you see the clip of Baker talking to Aaron Andrews after the game?
No.
She asked him. She's like, Baker. She's like, how do you deal? The heat down here.
She talked about the heat the whole game.
Yeah, she's like, the heat was just crazy down here. What do you do? He goes, I don't know. All I know is I changed my pants at halftime. Which I thought was a great answer.
He's so
I don't
funny.
know how any Buccaneer fan cannot just love the hell out of Baker Mayfield.
He's great. He's great.
But he's also he's like a top 5 quarterback right now in the league. He's destroying it.
Yep.
So do you take Baker or Tom?
Tom, all day.
Yeah, I mean,
This is the greatest player of all time.
Where are we taking him?
To the
Out to
Super Bowl.
eat.
Listen, I am very happy that Baker Mayfield's here. He's fun to watch. He's doing a great job. He played like a champion yesterday.
the team rallies behind him.
Yes.
They clearly love the hell out
Vita
of him.
Vea, my God, he's worth every penny that they paid him.
Oh, he's crazy.
He's saving lives out there.
And playing injured too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's great to have this team. But if you had a pick of all time, who to pick, you take Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He's the greatest player ever.
Because you just said Baker Mayfield's an elite quarterback. Tom's elite of the elite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would I take Tom today, right now, over
That's
Baker
what I'm
Mayfield?
saying. Yeah.
Yes.
Probably not.
You would take Baker Mayfield over Tom Brady to play with this Buccaneers team right now that he's won the Super Bowl with.
Just for the age, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think age is a factor with him for another 5 years.
His last season was, 8 weeks.
Yeah, but that wasn't his fault. It wasn't all his fault.
And that's why Gio and Baker Mayfield are best friends. You're not.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it before. It's never a slow decline. It is falling off a cliff whenever the athletes
Ooh,
go.
And again, look at Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco is a grandfather.
Can I tell you?
Insane.
Can I tell you something? So, as a Steelers fan, we've had to play against Flacco so many times with the Ravens, then with the Browns. Now he's with the Colts and stuff. And people are like, "I can't believe Flacco. I hated Flacco." I go, think about why you hate Flacco. You hate Flacco because we've seen him do well against the Steelers all the time. I go, I'm telling you right now, when we had the whole quarterback controversy, you know who I thought we should have picked up? Flacco.
Yeah.
I would have been totally fine. I go, I hated Dennis Rodman on the Pistons. I hated Dennis Rodman. When he came on the Bulls, he was one of my favorite Bulls. I was like, I love this guy. He's the best.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'll tell you, it's amazing that he's still out there.
By the way, did you see his interview? What
Flacco?
he said? Yeah.
No.
So what's Richardson?
Yeah.
The quarterback that went out. So he went out and the interviewer said, "Do you think Richardson thinks you're cool coming in and doing this stuff?" And he goes, "I can guarantee he doesn't think me cool." He told me his mom is 8 days older than me. He goes, he does not think I am cool at all.
Richard is probably 23.
Yeah,
if that. Yeah.
That's so funny. All right, we got to take a break. If you want to get through on the phone lines, 800-771-1025. Medicine Man was be going crazy. Well, I guess I imagine he used the toll-free number anyway. And I want to see how he made out.
Yeah, he might have been on that side of 19 that was bad.
He's on the other side of 19.
he's on the
he's
east
on
side?
the east side,
Okay.
but he's close to 19.
It was over 19. They had
Right.
it closed from like Ridge Road all the way down to.
By the way, can we point out he's always why they have to take all my stuff? This is why. So
Right.
whenever there's a hurricane and stuff, your sled from 1954 doesn't impale the little girl that lives next door.
Flood the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Also, people have lost their house and their lives, their livelihood, their lives too. Stop pretending to put alligators in your house and all that stuff. Like there's more videos on
Oh yeah.
TikTok and Instagram. We went there was an alligator in my living room, and you just see a not a stuffed animal, but a fake alligator in there. You're like, awesome.
Even though, did you see the girl who did the like step up dance in her living room? She was
No.
like splashing the water and stuff like that. There was like, it's an old movie, from early 2000, but
Anybody who is splashing around and swimming or kayaking in their living room, you're mocking the people
Yeah.
who are out there who have nothing.
Did you see the woman I posted, the Instagram chick who was picking up branches? It's like
yeah.
Halloween cleanup, and she's picking up branches.
yeah.
What a piece of garbage she is.
What do you mean?
She's all dolled up, dressed up. She has heels on, her boobs out.
And it says Helene cleanup, and she's literally walking up. She picks up 2 branches off the
So-
total
and then just
Instagram.
throws them back down.
Yeah,
So is she just doing it so people will go to her profile?
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming she
Yeah.
has no OnlyFans.
trending. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
went. I saw.
Yeah, she's
Wait.
She was a smart.
super hot.
Did you share?
Carmen, she was so pretty. If she would have stood in front of the hurricane, it would have said, "All right, we won't."
Yeah, wait, I don't think no.
Super
No.
hot human garbage.
Yes.
Garbage. And she claims she lives here locally.
But
She's garbage.
she literally picked up some branches, started walking,
Yeah.
and then before they stopped filming, she just throws them down on the other side of the sidewalk.
This
Like,
is ridiculous, and I'm going to need to see her.
Yeah,
to make sure I
exactly.
don't fall for this.
People were like, giving her crap in the comments and stuff, like, you're a piece of garbage and stuff. And she said, I live on the beach. I'm cleaning up literally right now, which nobody believes.
No.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
care
my
about
favorite thing to follow. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like something about the comments, and it just takes videos that went viral and it highlights the comments. Oh my god, people are hilarious.
Yeah, whenever it has like a fat guy singing
Yeah.
or something, then they'll make up names
Oh,
for him.
man.
Yeah, it's really funny.
People are really funny when they want to be. All right, we got to take a break for the love of God. Play some commercials. Before we go to break, I want to tell you about Jeff Borum and his team at teamborum.com, powered by eXp Realty. If you are looking to sell your home, maybe you got a beach home that you think you no longer want to be responsible for. If you got something you want to sell, you need to call my friend Jeff and his team over there, because they sell more homes than the average salesperson by like tens. So they're selling 30 when the average guy sells 2. That's what happens at teamborum.com. And if you want to get the most money for it, you want to go to Team Borum, because they use marketing like nobody else. They get in front of the most eyes. They get people interested, and then people fall in love with it. And what happens is they start bidding against each other. That's how you drive the price up to sell your home. So what you thought that you saw on Zillow or somewhere online is what your home is worth may be way less than what my friends at Team Borum could get you. And if you're looking to buy a home, they can find the dream home for you and get it for you at the best price. In fact, they've even got homes listed on their website starting from $200,000 all the way up into $2 million or more. You could find it all, Team Borum, BORHAM, and do what a bunch of people in the Tampa Bay area have done, and call Team Borum for whether you're, all your real estate needs. If you've done it before, you know what a hassle is and how much you have to go through to do it. It would be great to have a team working for you and let them do all the hard work. So all you have to do is conveniently go in there, find the home of your dreams, and sign or sell your home and collect. Let Jeff and his team at teamborum.com do the work. It's teamborum, BORHAM.com. Hit them up and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. We must take a break. This is 102.5 The Bone. My wife said, do you want to go see the new Beetlejuice movie? And I went, yeah, no. I mean, yes, I'd like to see it, but I'm not going to the movie.
I know what's going to get you to the movies. It's going to be a little while. Maverick Part 3. Top Gun Part 3.
100%.
You know, Joker comes out Friday.
Yeah.
Now, I thought about it. I was going to see if you guys wanted to go have a Friday movie time to go see
I'd go
Joker.
with you guys.
I mean, we can. I don't know. The first Joker I really liked a lot. I'm scared that this Joker is going to have too much singing and dancing and whatever. But
Well, I'll
we'll see.
quote my daughter when we took her to see School of Rock, the Broadway play. When it was over, I said, "Did you like it?" And she said it was too sing-songy.
Yeah.
So I think that this might be a little too sing-songy.
I like whenever. Did you see the preview where she does the lipstick on the mirror and she goes, "I want to see the real you," and he turns and it goes right to where his mouth is, and then he does the smile, and it's like,
I think visually it's going to be a great movie. I think if they wear us down with the singing and dancing like they did in that one. Remember that Spider-Man that they did when he was doing the dance routine out there, and everybody's like, "This is awful."
Third one, yeah. Well, let me know if you guys want me to talk to Lover Mark, and I could set that meter up. Yeah.
I mean, you spent all this time loving him.
I'll give him some extra love for it.
Yeah.
Butter his popcorn
all day.
Are you still over there?
Yeah.
Oh, like I don't know if it's like a dual residency or what you're doing.
That's my summer
Well, no.
home.
I was going to say when we were texting if everyone was okay and stuff, and no one heard from Joe, Spanish was like, I heard from him earlier.
Yeah,
so he was
like
at Lover.
you don't really live there anymore.
I stay over there every once in a while, but yeah, I've been over at Mark's.
Interesting.
The pants pushed you out.
They did not push me out.
It was inevitable.
You know,
Maybe.
Eagles do the
old
tush
pants
push.
push.
You got
Yeah.
the pants push. Yeah. Pants push you right out.
Yeah.
What if they do this? If they just prey on old guys?
Oh.
The mom, the daughter, and the granddaughter. All
no.
prey on old
Plan.
guys. Go in there and push the other person out.
3 generations of grifters. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, at this point, you should let Mom, the tree man, have the room, and you go to the couch.
I've said she could have the room.
That would be
She
the
doesn't
way.
wanna
Joe,
go
let's
in
do
there.
that today.
She doesn't want to go in
She
there and
wants to
sleep
go in
on
there.
your oily rags.
No, but we should push
wash
Spanish out.
them. What is wrong with you, Joe?
Push Spanish stuff in the garage and get her a new bed.
Is she retired?
Yes.
Do we know what she did for a living?
Yes.
Can you share it with us or no?
Of course. She was a closer, the same as Sugar Pants. She closes
Always
home
be
loans.
close.
Family business.
So she kind of grew up knowing about the business, and then just kind of
Well,
went
you know what
into
the
it.
little kids don't know.
Maybe.
Little pants. You know, she's
Wait.
destined to be a third
Shorts.
generation closer.
She's got homecoming coming up this weekend.
She does.
Oh,
She
yeah.
need a date.
No, she's going.
Easy.
I wasn't talking about me.
No, why?
Yeah. She's got a boyfriend.
No.
Oh.
She's going with friends.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Loser.
That's the way to go. No, that's the way. That's kind of how they all do it now.
What happened?
That kind of stuff makes me laugh. I was watching Chris Stefano. He was on some podcast. It might have been Tom Segura, but he's like, I have a 14-year-old stepson now, and he says that, there's gay kids. They hang out with gay kids like they hang out with straight kids, and he goes, so I said to him, so like you see a boy kiss another boy and you don't care about it? And he goes, no, it's just people kissing other people. We don't care about it. And he goes, so he's gay. I love that. All right, Calvin, you want your birthday present?
All right.
Are you sure?
I mean,
I do not have a birthday present for you.
It's not his birthday.
You seem like you want to give it to me. I'll take it.
I
sure.
do. I'm very anxious. To
All
give it to
right.
you. Don't look.
I feel like you're putting too much pressure on me now. If I'm like mediocre, I'm going to be like, oh.
Oh, I can't wait.
I used to do this with my kids all the time. If I bought a gift that I really was excited for, let's just give it to them now.
I do it all the time too, and then I go, just remember on Christmas or your birthday or whatever this and that. All right, so I'm not looking.
All right, Joe, can you hand this over?
Yep.
Should we sing Happy Birthday?
No.
Happy birthday
to you.
All right, it's not his birthday.
birthday to you.
All right, Calvin, open your eyes.
eyes.
I don't know, a picture frame.
I feel like you got this at the auction.
Oh, I did.
And I feel like it has something to do with the W.
It does.
You showed us.
Nope.
Oh, something different?
Oh, Angel Reese.
Look at that.
Signed by you, Barbie.
By you, Barbie.
No, Sweet Cece was going for $3,000.
Wow.
I don't like Calvin that much.
I like it. Thank you. That's
I
awesome.
was gonna hang it. I was gonna hang it right there and just leave it.
Can I hang it there? I would totally hang it there.
I was gonna hang it there and be like the world's #1 WNBA player.
That's the moment the big rivalry happened because
where she was saying, "Give me the ring."
she put the ring right in Caitlin Clark's face when LSU beat them.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'll get you another gift. I just thought that was timely.
I mean, did that go for way less?
Way less than Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Caitlin Clark, they had a giant framed Caitlin Clark jersey, and it was like really presented really well. And it started bid was $3,000. That seems to be a little bit high. I would have paid $1,000 for it. Then they had a Caitlin. I'm not much for buying memorabilia anymore unless it's something special. They had a Caitlin Clark display with a ticket inside for the ladies Final Four and something else, and I thought that's good, but that was like $1,075, but that didn't have anything, but it was just a picture. You know what I mean? Like they do this thing where they have commemorative stuff. So they had a big frame picture of the Beastie Boys, and it had signatures from all three of them, but they're not real. They're like laser inscriptions. And then they had a reprint of handwritten lyrics on there. It looks cool, but the value of it is not worth more than the pictures that you put in the frame. So it's just,
it's not the real autographs.
It's not the real autographs. So although they're nice, cool pieces, they're still worth money and stuff. I just didn't want, I don't have any wall space for any of that stuff.
So I saw an interesting thing where they had a guy who went to college and he did not have a lot of friends yet. He just got to this college, didn't have a lot of friends, wanted to go see a basketball game, bought 2 tickets, asked a bunch of people to go. Nobody could go. And he was like, well, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
You know, so he went and saw the game. On the way out, he threw his ticket away, but still had the other ticket, put it in a folder, forgot about it. Turns out that game that he went to was the first game Michael Jordan played in.
Wow.
And he started seeing all the Michael Jordan stuff going up in value, obviously, because Jordan became the greatest player of all time. All of a sudden, he was like, I went to his first game, and I had that other ticket, and I put it away, went and found the folder, pristine ticket, the only one known to have the ticket, full ticket, intact from that game. He wound up selling it. I think it wound up going for like over $500,000.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
That's one of the things I have that I don't know why I still have them. I have a bunch of tickets, like stubs and full tickets, because sometimes you go to a show and they don't even check your ticket, you know, whatever. Yeah, and I have a bunch of, and I feel like I can't throw them away for some reason.
You know who will buy those off you, or if you just want to give them to him, he sells them on eBay and does all different stuff. Is Scott, Zombie Scott? Yeah. Because I told him, I said, I know that I have a bunch, because I had a shoebox full of stuff whenever we used to go to shows and get the ticket. Now everything is on your phone, whatever. But I know somewhere I have that. I just got to find it. I told him, I go, you can have it and put it out there. But he said he gets good money for it. People, you know, buy that stuff because they.
I feel like I'm more gonna miss not the money from it, because you're not really making $5 on a ticket or whatever, but I feel like I'm gonna miss a Rocket Club warrant ticket. Like I feel like I should keep that.
I used to keep all my ticket stubs.
Well, you know where I kept them, which was a great idea. I'd pop the back out of the CD and I'd put it in there and I'd close it up because it kept it protected.
Right.
But when's the last time you were saving CDs? Now I got to go through my CD. I can't just throw away my CDs because I don't remember. I have an autograph Ray Pruitt CD in there. How do you talk to an angel?
I have a lot of like concert tickets, but also I have a ton of Buccaneer ticket stubs from all kinds of big games, playoff games and stuff.
Do you know
they fade after a while, though, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
The only thing I have from the Bucks that I saved is my online ticket from the Super Bowl.
I know. It kind of sucks.
It stunk that you couldn't get a hard ticket for that.
My brother Jeff has a program and a ticket from my dad, who went and saw the Pirates back in the World Series, whatever it was, and it was like Game 6, the World Series.
Stargell played?
I think before that.
Oh, really?
I think it was even before that, because I saw Stargell play. I saw Stargell and Dave Parker and all those guys play whenever I was young.
I was just looking for my Okeechobee Music Festival wristband maybe a month ago, because Robert Plant wasn't supposed to be there, and he showed up, and it's like one of the only times that at Okeechobee there was like a random guest of that stature.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
there was a message board.
The only time it wasn't all losers that nobody knows
Yeah,
about.
100%, dude. Yeah. Well, I forgot that I was like on the Facebook group, and then on that Facebook group, because they don't do the festival anymore, somebody brought up Robert Plant there, and then somebody was like, "Oh, I have my wristband." Somebody offered him like $2,000 for it.
No way.
I mean, it probably wouldn't have sold. Yeah, like I doubt he was going to buy it. But I saw that, and I was like, I gotta find my ticket.
No way in the world.
Yeah. Wishful thinking.
For just a ticket?
Well, it was like, you get the wristbands, Carmen, like the cloth wristbands.
Okay.
That was what he had. And I still have mine somewhere in my room.
So I'm trying to figure out what's not working in this house. So these TVs are working. That one's not. My living room TV is not working. Yet the internet has to be working because we're online right now.
Yeah.
So
are only hardwired?
Are these
no,
hardwired?
They're not hardwired. Yeah. I know. I don't understand.
This is a different internet from the one in the house?
No. No.
This has got to be.
You may just need
that one just started working.
It's got to be Joe's fault.
You may just need to reset your router.
I know, but I would imagine that that's probably what it is, but I don't want to risk doing that now during the show.
Oh yeah,
shut us down, you know.
Do it after, please. Pretty please.
Yeah, it's just frustrating because some of it's working, some of it's not. So Carmen, if we have phone calls that I have to take, you have to tell me because I can't control the phones from here.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, I was wondering why because we did have some phone calls that you weren't taking.
I'm sorry.
No.
If you people were calling and I wasn't grabbing them, it wasn't because I didn't want to talk to you. I just can't control the phones from here.
Because we actually had an insurance adjuster agent person that called when we were talking, and her name's Pam. I've met her. She's super sweet, very nice, and she's actually the one who got me a job. But she was gonna give us some.
I don't like her.
Info about the
Just kidding.
insurance world and how that works and stuff like that. Basically.
Yeah, I imagine those people are be working their ass off in the next couple of days.
Yeah, but I can tell you this with all the damage and stuff. So I'm technically a level 2.
Ooh.
But so it goes
Almost
level
a
1,
ninja.
level 1, level 2, level 3. And as of now, for outside help or whatever, they're only at level 1. I imagine throughout the week that will change. But
Yeah.
she said for her insurance company specifically, it's one of the smaller ones. But they're only at level 1. So I
Okay.
guess that would kind of be good.
Well, Mike's
news,
like level
maybe?
42.
No,
40,
that's
44.
That's
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Oh,
That's different levels.
I thought
Different.
that was your
Don't
level.
think that it didn't stop me the next day after the hurricane and going out and collecting Pokemon.
Did you get any
Of course
good
I did.
ones?
Of
Well, I'm
course I
saying,
did.
any good ones wash
Yeah,
up?
I got a Hurricane Spurtle.
Oh man.
Got a Sideswiper Myrtle. I got up and the first thing I did, I got up and the next day, first thing I did was call Starbucks to see if they were open, and they were. And I drove over there. On my way over there, I collected some Squirtles and got my coffee.
Assess the damage.
Yeah.
It's just the damage seem to be cooking just fine over there.
Pokemon's running. Starbucks is up. We're good.
Can
So-
I tell? Oh, okay.
Yeah. What do you got?
Oh, I was going to say, I went to a place on Saturday, which was really cool, which I think we would have fun at if we all went.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right because it
boy.
is.
McDonald's.
No, it's
I'm
called
in.
it's in downtown, kind of by Emily. Yeoman's.
Yeoman's, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeoman's. So they opened up, they like bought the place next to it and they opened it all up and they kind of made it like an arcade-ish style bar.
Oh, really?
And and so they have the like the golf, the indoor,
Simulator?
the simulators, but it's not just golf. You can do soccer, you can do football, you can do there's a bunch of other sports and they have 3 different ones. Well, they just have 3 ones that have all the games on it, but it's really fun.
Who did you go with?
We went with Cody and Leanne. We had like a little double date. They just had a baby not too long ago.
Uh-huh.
So they were just, wanted to get out of the house, especially after the storm. And they had a babysitter.
I feel. Is there some problem with Ashley?
No, she's just been really busy. She got more clubs and she's been going to a lot of corporate events. They've been out of town. She's been traveling
Just want
for
to make sure. I
Crunch.
feel like I haven't heard Ashley's name in a while.
Yeah, no. It's just because she's been like super busy moving up the ranks at Crunch.
Wow,
So
good for her.
yeah, she's doing really well. And and luckily they were out of town this week with the storm and stuff, even though I don't think they got hit with anything. But it was really fun. And like I said, I just think it'd be a cool little experience for us to go do.
Listen, I'm too old to be going out and kicking simulated soccer balls with you guys.
All right. Well, listen, I can just say, I was very shocked and impressed by myself. One, I went to a bar and I did not drink. And
Wow.
and I had a lot
They
of fun.
have good food there too.
And they had really good food. We had like their British
you eat?
notch. Yes.
Oh.
New bed, don't care.
You know, you son of a gun.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was, and you know what? Suck it. I'm not inviting all of you. I'm keeping this to myself. You're not allowed to go.
I had
I'm
fish
going.
and chips and nachos. And
I love to eat. I'm in.
Yeah, they have really good food.
Damn
But it was
right.
cool because you get to play, you get to do the simulator, you get to watch some college football. It's a good like Saturday, Sunday spot.
Yeah, no, that's great. The only problem I have with me is I've gone there before Lightning games before.
Yeah.
So it's just so far for me to do anything.
Oh yeah, like we drove obviously, but it was like 15 minutes from my place. So
Yeah.
and then if we start,
Is it past the casino or no?
Yes. Never
Can they
mind.
move it to the casino?
That's a great thing now because if you go, what do you want to do tonight? It always comes down to Or we could just go to the casino. Like I'm tempted. Like, I can't today, but if you would have said, let's go play Baccarat after the show, I'd be like, all right, let's go. I might be able to do it tomorrow.
It's Galvin's birthday. We should.
That's true.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, that's my favorite time to go is during the day. Like, I don't like to go when it's busy and all the tables and there's a bunch of people in there. I like to go during the day where they barely have anything open and I'm playing against a dealer.
Yeah. If you could sit down and play against a dealer, just you and the dealer, that's a lot more fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If I'm playing like 3-card, I want to play with other people.
Yeah, 3-card doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's you and Gam just blowing through retirement.
Do you know how many times? So you ever hear the joke about the guy is must be an alcoholic because every time I'm in the bar, he's in the bar? You know, I've noticed people that are at the casino. I'm like, this guy's always here. Oh, I guess I'm always here.
My favorite thing about the casino is the guys who park their cars up front. Sometimes, like I walked out there and there was 2 Ferraris, a Bentley, and a Mercedes, and I went, "That's pretty good." And then it had like a Hyundai truck. And I went, "Well, why are you keeping it up front? What are you doing over here?" So what is that girl's name? Asia Wilson.
Asia Wilson, the MVP. Yeah.
That's I
No, this is Reese.
Oh, Angel Reese.
Wow.
Because I went up there and I said, I got the Asia Wilson picture. And they were like, here's Angel Reese. And I go, yep, that's it.
Very racist.
To which my
Very racist.
To which my wife said, it's not Asia Wilson, it's Gabby Reese. And I went, no, it's not Gabby Reese. I know that.
Gio and I had that discussion last night. I told him, I go, there's a profile on Sweet CC coming on 60 Minutes. And then he goes, am I racist if I watch it because it's for her? And I go, I'm pretty sure. I go, how many players do you know from the WNBA and how many black and how many white? And he goes, I think I know more black. Does that make me racist? And I go, no.
I only know two people.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark.
Well, and barely.
Angel Wilson. Yeah. That's
Angel
it.
what?
Angel Reese.
Yes. Thank you.
Next season, I'm going to go to a game.
Whoa.
Where?
Probably,
You travel to go to a game? Oh,
I'm going
you're
to.
insane.
I think I'm going to go to Atlanta when the Fever play Atlanta.
It's funny because they did the profile and they had people, and you should have seen them coming into the stadium. And it wasn't in Indiana; it was whichever place they were playing against, and it was just every person with the Fever with the Caitlin
Really?
Clark. Yeah, and they stopped too late. They said, where are you from? British Columbia.
Oh, wow.
They're from British Columbia came to see.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're talking about somebody who can go down as the greatest female basketball player of all time. Her little news.
Mm-hmm.
She's coming here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't say on the air. Where I'll tell you off the air.
She's
For-
signing stuff, or
No.
Does she want to hang out with me?
Well, maybe. I don't know.
What? No?
No, we're not doing that.
Does she want to play one-on-one and see
I
what's up?
don't think so. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. Do you think you could beat her?
Caitlin Clark?
Yeah.
No. She can shoot from the outside.
Yeah.
But she did that on the profile. They were like, hey, talking about her shooting from the logo. And she goes, I always look and see, like, some teams have bigger logos than other ones. And she goes, it's not really, I'm trying to shoot from the logo. It's just, I think can make it from there, whatever. And he goes, trying to get her to shoot. And she's like, I'm not even warmed up. And she's wearing, like, nice clothes. And she goes, I mean, I'll try, whatever. Shot one, and it barely missed, whatever. And then next one, as soon as it left her hand, she goes, there you go. And it went in.
Oh, she knew right away.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back from break, we'll find out how we did in football picks. We don't have Ian this week. Ian's still dealing, like most people, with the remains of the disaster of Hurricane Helene. His Dignitary Cafe was flooded, and anybody in that whole Gandy, that South Tampa area, I'm sure is dealing with that kind of stuff for the last couple of days. But we'll find out how we did when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. This Saturday, October 5th. Can you believe tomorrow is October 1st already?
I know. It's crazy.
I mean, we got a lot happening. In my mind, the minute Halloween's over, November 1st, All Saints Day, Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm putting on my tree. I'm very excited for the Christmas season this year. I just hope it gets cold a little early.
Are your lights up?
My lights, I don't even have a projector.
Oh, man.
Come on. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm really gambling on that because I asked if the lights would be up before Halloween, because that would be the first big one that we could use them for. And now I'm worried. Now I'm looking at Christmas. No.
Good luck.
I'm very nervous about these things.
Good luck.
All right, Carmen.
Yes.
Let's find out how we did in football picks. As usual, Carmen, I like to do it from the bottom up. You know that. That's how the bed broke.
Yeah.
Tell us who came in dead last this week for week 4.
All right. And this week,
And then we're going to need some stats. Do we have those?
I do. I do.
all
I
right,
got you.
Let's figure out this week first.
All right. Week 4, loser with 6 wins. Myself.
Oh. The way you introduced the loser, I thought for sure it was Gio.
Yeah, no. Nope. I'm the big loser this week. Next up with 7 wins. Close. Pap.
Oh.
All
Not
right.
so high and mighty anymore, are you?
No, I had to pick first.
Yeah.
You really broke the bed this week.
Also with 7 wins, Spanish.
Hey.
And also with 7 wins, Galvin.
I don't want to be lumped in with you two.
Same.
Next up with 9 wins, so we jump up, Mike Calta
Damn, all right.
and Martine Grammatica.
We're the same.
So this week's winner, maybe with 10 wins, is Ian, because Mike,
Yeah.
for tonight's games, we all took the 49ers, so that one doesn't matter. But Mike Calta, I'm sorry, wrong page.
What?
We all took the Titans for tonight's games.
Who are the Titans playing? The
Dolphins.
Jaguars? The Dolphins. Okay, no quarterback. All right.
But, Mike, you took the Seahawks, and Ian has the Lions, so you could technically tie Ian, or Ian could run away with it and be the solo winner.
Gio-
Is Gio playing this week? or what's
Gio
happening?
must have taken the.
No, well, she never said his score.
yeah, she did. We're tied.
No, I did
she
not
never
count Gio. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I thought you said Mike and Gio were tied.
Mike and Ian.
No,
you
no,
and
no.
Ian.
Oh.
Sorry, but the paper, the printer, da-da-da.
You hate Gio. You don't have to explain.
1 second.
Oh, so you didn't even count Gio?
No, I did not even count.
He might be the winner.
He might be the winner. So give me 1 second.
And real quick, are you saying that Mike and Ian are tied?
With 10?
No,
Yeah, I know.
Mike could tie Ian if the Seahawks win.
Okay,
Ian could solo win if the Lions win.
gotcha.
Right.
I feel like I did pretty good this week.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Oh, man.
You want
the
the-
music's throwing her off.
You want the music?
No,
I can't.
no.
I can't
Look, I
count
need you to be
and
able to
lose.
Just do
concentrate.
your thing. We'll talk while
Yeah.
you figure this out. 'cause,
Right,
man,
don't
you
pay
blew-
attention unless you
man,
add.
you blew
Boy,
it.
she's dumb, man.
Yeah.
I mean, one job. I mean, all you got to do is go over the people on the show.
And the way she did the whole you and Ian thing is so confusing.
Yeah, right? Just say, hey, going into tonight's 2 games.
Can she hear us or no?
I don't think so. She's adding.
All right.
I think I did good.
I bet she's got smelly privates.
You guys are jerks. One, I can hear you all.
Oh,
I hope you all can choke on it. And
I mean, we would.
guess what? This week's winner, Gio.
Yes. What did he have?
That was easy enough.
Yep, Gio had 12 wins.
I knew I did
And what
good.
did I have?
You had 9.
Oh.
So you really lost, loser.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Say mean things.
You had to say Gio was the winner, so
Yeah,
that's got to hurt you even
Oh,
more.
You couldn't
No, I
bring
don't
yourself to do it. Just left me out.
Nope.
No, listen, I got to tell you because I did it.
It's a lot. There's a lot of circles, a lot of stuff going on.
Well, no, I didn't have a printer, so I actually had to hand do it when I was at Mike's, and then the printer is down here, so I still am doing it by hand. I don't have my normal sheet.
Oh, my God.
So I had to-
old school and write
Carmen
things
does it
down.
by hand.
Yeah.
So I literally, in which I'm so, but I think I found a printer that works, so I'm gonna put it on the official paper. So it still could change, but like I said, it's just messy.
I don't understand how I can get it right there, but if I bet that, I will lose.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I just can't figure it out why I cannot win any of these sports bets.
No, I had a couple this week that I took shots in the dark that didn't even work. I figured if I could just bet against the grain, I might come up with something.
I had like a 17 parlay and I lost it by Georgia losing to Alabama on the last drive of the game. Like stuff like that happens. It's
so tight.
crazy.
Did you see Logan Paul had a baby?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Now who's his girl?
No idea.
Right?
She's got to be an influencer, I imagine.
Esme. Oh, that's the daughter.
Jake is with that Rose
Nina.
girl, right?
No, I think that's even
Yeah,
long.
that was
Nina Agdal. I don't know who she is.
Agdal.
Is she the skater?
I don't know. She's not that hot. Like for him being as famous as he is and having the money he is and being a good looking guy who's in great shape and a WWE wrestler, I feel like he should have a better looking chick.
Now that's his baby mama.
It says she's a model.
Yeah. and not-
She's been in Sports Illustrated swimsuit.
Not a real model.
I mean, she's pretty.
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
She's pretty. I just feel like he can do better.
Is the picture after she just given birth?
No, I'm looking at other pictures of them together.
Who's hotter, her or the girl that was picking up branches?
I haven't seen her. Yeah, no, I'm looking at. I mean, like she's very attractive, but he's too hot for her.
She has her eyes.
She also got Joker mouth.
I don't mind Joker.
But you
Joker
like
mouth
that?
is a good thing.
No,
yeah.
no. I like the big mouth. She got Joker. She got that lower chin. Jutted out.
yeah.
What is that dog that has a chin like that? The jutted out
pug?
Bulldog?
She got like a bulldog or a pug kind of.
Press it into my chest.
Yeah,
Pug face.
She got pug face.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Congratulations. Very happy for you.
Carmen, the medicine man on the phone lines by any chance?
No, he is not.
I need to know that he's okay. Medicine man, if you're listening, call in, but you got to call on this number, 1-800-771-1025. The other phone lines are not working.
I think those other numbers are gone for good.
I mean, I don't know unless we switch companies if they're gone for good.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But the phone numbers should all be the same. They should be 727-579-Mike.
Well, don't get. Wait, what? No,
Drew would kill himself.
I mean,
For
Because of
every
those phone
show.
numbers.
Unless I misread the email, I think those old numbers are gone for good.
Oh.
You guys
And
get
did they-
emails?
Not this morning.
I was going to say, do they have to did they? I thought so. It wasn't hurricane related.
No,
they just decided to get rid of the other numbers.
I
No,
believe it
it
was
was
a new
hurricane.
provider.
But it was hurricane related, I think. And they
Was it?
went down and then they switched it over to something else. I don't know.
Did you read the email?
I did, but I don't really
Maybe I'm wrong. I
retain
don't
a
know.
lot of
Is
information.
your Wi-Fi
I don't think I
working?
got the email.
It's
Well,
from Dylan.
yeah, it's very rare that I'm the one who read the email. Well, you read it too.
Yeah,
but, I got another interesting. You probably got the same thing. Another interesting email over the weekend from Love Tiger, who said there's only one day left. They extended his deadline to see if he could raise the money to go to his trip in Nagasaki or whatever he's from, and he's like, "There's only one day left. I hope you can help." I go, "Don't you think that the priority here is the people in Tampa Bay that have lost things and lost their lives and lost their homes? Don't you think those are the people that should take priority?" He said, "Yes, that's why I said if you can help." I go, "I can help, but I'm not. I'm giving my money to the people who are suffering, not the people who want to go up to Nagasaki for the weekend on a bus ticket."
I mean,
I can't imagine Love Tiger is going to be a big hit at the reunion.
no, it's like, oh, remember that weird kid from school? He's still alive.
Yeah.
You know, they're like surprised he's alive. And little do they know, Love Tiger, if you're listening, I'm calling the Nagasaki school and I'm telling them that you guys have been peeing in the bathtub for months. I'm going to tell them you have to go to CVS to poop.
Do you share, like, when you go to these reunions, like, oh, I have a family now,
Right.
or I'm a successful career, I'm doing this. It's like,
I got a new pool.
it's
I
we
got
have
a
running
pool.
water.
Yeah.
I got an opaque pool. I've got to urinate. My mom has to squat in the bathtub to go number one, and we have to go to CVS to go number two, or we just go number two in the pool.
Oh my God.
Dan's been made vice president of his company. Sarah's son is the starting quarterback for the football team at his college and stuff. Love Tiger chimes in. I recently am able to poop in my own house.
Yeah. Okay. In my mom's house.
Yeah. In the house I live with my mom and the other tigers.
Any other thing that you've accomplished? I convinced my favorite radio show that only one tiger lives here.
Yeah.
Did you see Gene Smart on Saturday Night Live? They did.
No, you love Saturday Night Live,
It was
man.
good.
You're
It was
into
good. It was good. They
Was
did.
she hosting?
She was hosting, and it was Gene Smart and one of the other girls doing $10,000 pyramid, and it was Hawk Tuah girl and Chimp Lady. Yeah. And she did the Chimp Lady, but they had a puppet chimp on her, and somebody was operating the chimp. Oh, it was pretty hilarious.
That's good.
Yeah, it was good. And then
Was she playing the chimp lady?
She was playing the chimp lady,
yeah.
and then somebody else was operating the chimp, so it was making it funnier that the chimp had like facial expressions and stuff. It was pretty good. I did like it, and I fell asleep during it, but not because it wasn't good. I just too late for me.
Did you watch all the Vince McMahon thing?
Not all of it. No, not all
I
of it.
watched. I fell asleep. I think a little bit in the last one, whatever. But interesting. I for some reason, for as little as I get into wrestling, I love the wrestling documentary stuff.
Yeah. It's the business of wrestling that is attractive. Like the idea that I started liking wrestling is because I couldn't understand how so many people were still watching it. And then when you learn about it, it's really an interesting business.
They get into the whole screw job thing. They get into WCW coming in and really taking over, and the whole thing there. And so it's
Did you see in like episode 1 the young Eric Bischoff?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I just haven't had time to finish watching it.
They show Bischoff when he auditioned to be an announcer for WWE.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which he did not get the job.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that was the other revelation yesterday in the game that Tom Brady said he had his list. Did you see the list that he brought?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
He had 3 different pieces of paper. He actually brought them with him to the studio. He goes, I saw these this morning, and I thought they'd be good bringing me today. They were the pros and cons list of teams that he was going to go to, and Tampa won. Do you know what team number 2 was?
Miami.
No, that's what we all heard, and we all thought it was Miami. Not Miami.
Raiders.
No.
Who?
Just like what would be a wild it was the Bears.
Yeah.
He said Bears were number 2 on his list.
He said he was close too. He said that was close to being the Bears.
Wow.
I mean, that would have been huge for Chicago.
Oh yeah.
That would have been huge to have Brady there. He probably would have. I mean, I don't know. They needed him. And I don't know how much better the whole team would have been.
He said that when he looked at Godwin and Evans, that was the final like deciding factor, because he's like, I can do something with these guys.
Yeah. I mean, for sure, this is a plug and play team for any good quarterback.
He's also said with the weather, and he said it was closer to it. Like I guess his kid was in Miami.
Yeah.
So he said it was closer to my son, which was 2 big factors. That
I think that's horse. Oh, I almost said that. I think it's horse crap, because the amount of time that it would take to get from it takes an hour to get here to Miami from Tampa. It takes 3 hours to get there from Chicago. I mean, he's just flying in and flying out. So
yeah, but I mean, if you can beat, an hour flight compared to 3 hour flight,
but also depending on how much layover he has, and trying to get the luggage.
Yeah,
exactly.
You think it depends on the line at Starbucks as he's walking towards his gate,
and which seat he's in.
Right. If he has to be in the middle, he'll be miserable on the way there. Yeah.
Do they check the bags? Do you have to pay?
He said how in Florida, down here, the weather gets better as the season goes on, whereas up north it's the opposite. He's like, it gets worse as the season goes on. He's like, at the end of the season, when you're all beat up and now you're dealing with the horrible weather, he's like, Florida, it's the complete opposite, which was a big factor.
Yeah, he definitely seemed to not mind the weather, but man, Erin Andrews, she couldn't stop complaining about it as if she didn't live here before and know what the weather was like. But she was wearing a tank top, and her shoulders were just glistening. Like she was just sweating. It's disgusting out.
But also imagine having to be a female reporter on the sideline and look good. Wearing makeup and having your hair done and everything, and then go oven right in your face.
Saturday, we were going to that event Saturday night, so my wife went and got her hair blown out Saturday morning. Yeah. She got it blown out. We went to the Little League field to watch my daughter play softball, and anything she had blown out in her hair just went straight down. I mean, it's ridiculous out.
They got to build a dome. Build a dome. Tear down Raymond James
Stadium. Do you
like
dome better than what they have at SoFi, where they have that big roof over it?
Retractable?
I mean,
it's not. It's like the stadium's here, and then the roof is just like built over it, so it's open air, but it's covered.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, if it cuts down on the heat, fine, but I don't know.
Oh, how about I don't know what you'd. I mean, they had grown men and women on the sidelines holding shade panels over the players on the field. And I get it. The players need that. I mean, they're exhausted. But I thought, what would it take for me to take that job of holding that shade panel? No. Now I have to be in the sun, and I have to sweat my ass off while holding up this thing over some other human being's head. Like $50 an hour? $100 for the game? Like, what could they be if the cheerleaders get like $100 a game? What do you think those guys were getting?
Not enough.
Yeah,
well, it's probably, I imagine it's not their sole job. With
no. I don't even know if they're all Buccaneer employees because there were so many of them. I don't know what those people are doing. I doubt they're bringing Jimmy from ticket sales and be like, you gotta hold this over there.
Yeah. It was funny because one of the girls that's giving the water bottles out, a lot of times they'll either go up to the face mask and do it, whatever, or hand it to them. I mean, different players have different ways they want it.
What would you do?
I would take it.
Yeah, I don't want them squirting in my face.
I don't want to sit there and go,
what?
But the girl hands the guy, I forget who it was, but he was on the sideline. So she hands him the thing, and they have the camera shot on it, and he takes a drink, whatever, and he goes to hand it back to her, and she's watching the play. She's watching the play, and he goes, like that, like, hey, take the water bottle back.
Pay attention.
I see them go up, take it, drink it, and then just drop the bottle. Like they got stuff to do, and you can't even be mad at them because their heads in the game. You know. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want, like, was there ever a time in my life where I'm like, I want to be the squeezy water bottle guy? Yeah.
But
yeah, I love it.
The squeezy water bottle guy. Then the next thing is the guy who's doing the chains, and then he moves up to he's the one that holds the coach back, and then all of a sudden he's offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you do, you get in there.
I used to do a show with a guy who used to hold the parabolic mic, and all he would do is stand there, and he wore a harness, so it would just sit on his check. He didn't have to hold it, but he'd have to just turn it directionally to which way it would go, and it would pick up great sound. And then every once in a while there'd be a good play. He'd get hit with a football or something. And you just hear, but I don't even. I like that would be cool because they get to travel with the team and do that.
Yeah.
So I think that would be pretty cool to do. But other than that, no.
Well, I know the one dude who does the headsets for the Buccaneers, and he gets to hear all the stuff they say.
That'd be pretty cool.
And he's like, "There's stuff I cannot ever repeat."
Right.
Said on the sidelines and in the radios. And
Somebody's got all that. Like they record that somewhere.
Sure. I'm sure. I imagine there's big NDAs you have to sign to have access to that type of stuff.
I took this thing one time with Gruden. They had it was AOL who did it when AOL was still a thing, and they had a bunch of clips of Gruden just yelling at people.
Yeah.
It was great. He'd be like, I don't know. It was nothing bad. It was just him being Gruden, and yelling. And I took that and put it over the song. What the world? And you're, goddamn, get up on that ball. Yeah. It was great. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to give some tickets away. We got Thomas Red tickets. We got tickets to the tailgate, the Big Country tailgate on Friday with Bud Light, the rescheduled Morgan Wallen concert with him and Old Jellyface and the rest of them. We'll give you the opportunity to win that stuff and more next on 102.5 The Bone. We did not go over the rankings of how we're doing in the football picks.
Okay, let me get those.
Yeah. I know it's been a traumatic day for you. Things are tough. It's that time of the month.
Unclean time, yeah.
Oh, man.
Come on. She said it. She told us. It's not like I'm keeping schedule on
What did she say, Shark Week?
Yeah.
No, I'm just
unclean week.
Listen, I'm just a little off schedule since I was at your house for 3 days last week.
Yeah.
It threw me off of my being organized.
Mike's fault.
So
yeah, it's always my fault.
It's not. It's the hurricane's fault. But
Take it. Take it.
all good. So if those are right, because I'm going to double check once I get my printed paper
Yeah.
done. As of now, with those scores standing in last place, this is kind of hard. Anyway, right now, who is winning? Can I do it that way?
Yeah.
Okay, so Joe is winning right now with 2 wins. And then Martine, Ian, and Gio all have 1 win. But Gio has 1 loss. So technically, Gio would be in 3rd place.
Okay.
And then Mike, I'm all over the place. And then Galvin, you're up next because you have no wins and no losses.
Okay.
We're all looking at you like we smell something bad. We're like, what? Yeah. I don't
because
think
we go off of wins and losses. Okay.
Don't get mad. Don't get mad. I just was saying it's confusing.
Listen, I'm trying to. Well, I'm also trying to explain it to you. So basically, if we're just going based off of what's happening, Pap is winning with 2 wins. Martine, Ian, and Gio all have a win. No one else has a win.
All right.
Is that better for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a little bit more complicated than just.
And I don't have any losses, and then who has losses?
So the people who have losses are Mike, Spanish, myself, and Gio.
Okay.
But Gio has a win, so technically he's above you.
Right.
Okay, so there you go.
Listen, don't break the bet on this one. We'll just keep it simple.
All right.
Don't break the bed. Don't rock the boat. Don't break the bed.
I hate it here.
Yeah, you should. I get it.
I hate it.
Who else works there?
Scotty's here today.
Yeah.
I saw Aunt
I love
Kelly.
that I asked a real random question, but she knew exactly what I meant.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Aunt Kelly's here today.
Mm-hmm.
Monica's here today. Eakin's here. Came in a little late, but Eakin's here.
Oh, boy.
Nobody likes a rat.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have not seen Fisher, but I haven't been down to that side of the building today.
All right.
I just ran into Aunt Kelly and all those people when I was walking in.
So what is Danielle now? Is she afternoon or midday or where is she?
Midday.
Midday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she comes in usually and records.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I like to keep tabs on other people.
Okay. Anyone else you want to know? John Brennan's here.
Oh.
He's been
What's
getting
he
here.
doing?
Well, he's been getting here early. His schedule changed. His morning schedule changed, so he's getting in a lot earlier than usual.
Yeah, once you get up to take those stupid kids to school, and I mean my kids, not his. Once you get up to take those stupid kids to school, you're like, well, I'm up now. What am I doing now?
And if you wait, then you got to hit traffic. So you're just like, might as well.
just go in now.
Exactly. So he's been coming in early, but there
Then
is
leaves at like 2 probably.
Yeah.
Good for him.
But there is a lot of people here, and I think I saw this email. I did get this email. They're having food delivered because we actually do have a lot of people on staff.
Well, we were supposed to have a meeting today, and they're not having the meeting, but they're still having the food.
They're still having food, but because there were some employees, some staff members that they were like displaced from their homes and stuff. So basically they were like, we're still going to get the food. So if you can't cook or you don't have AC, come in, get food and AC, and
Where did we
Take a
land
break.
on my Dr. Pepper Bluebell ice cream?
I think they found it.
So many people text me that I hope to God when the storm came, that guy's ice cream melted this time. Like, we found it, and now it's melted.
Which, by the way, the revelation of it actually being in there,
Yeah.
nobody ever took it.
It's crazy.
It was in there. He just didn't look. The JoJo was like, the ice cream's right here.
Yeah.
That's
He-
crazy.
He better never like reply all, send an all staff email.
He should
nothing.
never try to eat any of the ice cream either.
Never get ice cream
I thought he got fired.
for that.
Oh, sorry.
I think you're being a little bit early. I can't even make jokes about that because that happened to me one time. I joked about some guy. I heard you were getting fired. And they were like, hey, thanks, jerk off. We were going to fire him. Now we can't because you said that.
Oh, no.
Well, I mean, you control it, so you would
Yeah.
know.
Well, it was before I controlled everything.
Well,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just making jokes at the time. Who should I let go next?
Oof.
Joe. Oh.
What?
I mean, yeah, locked and loaded.
You're
Gio.
you're a lifer, Joe. You're here for life.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Screw
even
you,
work
Gio.
here anyway.
No.
Not only does he work here, he's doing double duty today.
That's right.
He's doing he was the director of the Me and My Wife podcast.
But
which
again, that's not for the station.
Oh,
So
yeah.
technically, that has nothing to do with
how do you
this.
know who it's for?
No.
Because it goes on your YouTube. It
Yeah,
doesn't
how
go
do you
any.
know what kind of partnerships I have with Cox Media Group and who's doing that?
Because I watched your podcast. If you had any affiliation, there would be some type of marking on it.
You don't know.
Can
You
we
know
expect
nothing.
right
You're
side
right,
up
Carmen.
or upside down?
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. I know. You
diagonal.
can't save Joe.
Joe, you did excellent on the first show.
Thank you, Michael.
We
I
had no
appreciate that.
issues.
What did he do? He put a camera on you and turned it on?
Nope, the camera's already here.
Oh.
Camera's already here.
Oh.
So, glass.
You got us online live.
So actually nothing.
Haven't you gone live before by
You're
yourself?
live right now.
Yeah, but it was two of us this time. There were two of us.
Here, you're live right now.
And he switched back and forth
Look at
between
what
the
I'm
two of us.
Yeah,
Did you guys have, like, the split
You're gonna
screen?
hold that for 4 hours?
Oh, no, I can
No?
just
Okay.
do this.
All right.
Yeah, look at that. There you go.
Great.
Did I
won't
do it?
I won't come in tomorrow. Handle it.
David, you are great.
Yeah, thank you.
Who's going to switch, though?
You can put a
No.
double screen up.
Come on,
No,
an idiot
nobody
could
wants
do
it.
that, Michael. I mean,
know.
we could put
An
up.
idiot has been doing it.
We're well aware.
Yeah, we know.
We could put a plastic
God.
lollipop.
Idiot, your words.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is why I never want you to take a day off, Joe.
I appreciate
Because I don't
that.
want to let Dizzy sit there and they'll be like, oh, he could do it too.
I will tell you, and probably one of the most popular things on YouTube that I am enjoying is painting with Pap Pap.
Yeah, it was good.
It's great.
Well, that's not. We didn't do it last week.
Oh,
so
no?
What do you like about it?
Oh, I thought I saw
That
it.
it hasn't happened.
there.
I thought I saw it, but I guess it's...
What did
So
happen with
Miller had to reschedule, and then the following week there was a hurricane. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
No.
What?
So the-
Video guy. How dare
Right.
be able to
Yeah.
video
Cameras don't
his
work.
own
Joe
stuff.
is a pure
Yep.
talent on this one. He is in there as talent.
That's right.
What does Miller offer that you don't, Joe?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Miller.
baby face?
Will you wear that sweater in Painting with Papa?
I could.
That
I
would
mean,
be
I have
fantastic.
I got a nice painter's outfit. already
Okay.
picked
All
out.
right. Listen.
But I can
that we'll
definitely.
never see.
Well, maybe not.
as the fashion icon, I would not dare go against what you have pulled out.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. Thank you for trusting my
Yeah,
judgment.
100%.
All right.
100%. I go blindly after you.
Thank you for trusting my judgment on my fake show. That'll never happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Don't listen to them, Joe. Don't let them
I
bring
don't
you
listen to
down. They're here to just tear you down.
I don't listen to these scumbags.
Oh,
Highly
I don't
anticipated.
care what they have to say.
rate them in order of most scummy to least scumbag.
Before you rate us, let me just point out that when you finally do something good, I will congratulate you.
All right.
My theory is that Spanish will be least scumbag-ish. But then again, if you ask me, between Galvin and Gio and Carmen, it's a three-way tie. But I'm going to let you decide from least to most scumbag-ish.
I would say that that is exactly where I was going with it.
Okay.
I
No
would
ties.
say-
No ties.
Yeah, no. You, Gio, you're top of the tie list.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Gio's the most scumbag-ish.
Well, yeah, I think she's definitely
More
the
than
most
Galvin.
scumbag. Yeah, I
because
think so.
Galvin, I feel like
Galvin
I feel like I'm asking
What are we
questions.
trying to champion
I'm not.
here?
I'm just asking questions.
You're a
Galvin
scumbag.
usually has a reason to yell at me, whether it's right or wrong. He's got a reason. Gio's just a constantly
Okay.
scummy.
I get that. Galvin's
Let me
upset
throw
with
in
the
my
result.
2 cents.
Okay.
This guy that controls your destiny and makes you walk his dog and clean their poop and take
Yeah.
the trash out.
Yeah, happy
and
to do it,
stick
Michael.
Stick around to do a show that's not even associated with the company
Yeah.
that pays you.
He does not. First of
brutal.
all, you have no idea.
Oh, I do.
Who pays
I saw
what.
the contract. It's right here.
And
All right.
and
Not hard. I get it.
I'd like to point out Joe cleans no poop. He cleans no poop.
Have you or have you not cleaned poop off the dog's butt?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you
Have
go.
you?
No, I definitely
There you go.
have.
Have
But I
you
mean,
or have you not taken Michael's poop elsewhere?
In a
Sure.
box.
You did carry my poop.
Oh, that's true. I
Boom.
put
You
my
should
own
have
in
called.
now.
You should have
Double
called.
poop
I put
duty.
mine in there.
You should have called Joe when you pooped your shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deuce, deuce.
He's got
Hey, Joe, you're
experience.
used to this. Can you come and rescue me?
I
I'd
heard
be happy to do it.
I heard there was a possible mishap this morning.
There was a mishap this morning.
Not with me. I was fine.
No.
No.
What happened this morning?
Farmer's dog.
Well, there was a horrible accident inside of Mabel's cage.
So Galvin, the dogs are eating the farmer's dog stuff
Yeah.
now, and Mabel has diarrhea. Is she going to get over that, or is she just not?
You guys, did you ease into it or you just switch?
You switch food.
Yeah.
What do you mean ease into it? How do you
I
ease?
told you.
Mixing a little bit in and letting them get used to it with their belly and stuff. You guys just switched from kibble to farmer's dog, and now they're just Hershey squirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
So what do
problem.
we do?
Well,
It's
I
too
mean,
late now
yeah,
because you already
you're-
started.
You already got your whole foot in it, so yeah, go ahead and go.
But you
yeah,
should-
it would be like you know how whenever you eat clean,
Yeah.
and then you're like, I'm gonna splurge and have 5
whole
guys or
cake.
something. Then 2 hours later, you're like, and just that's what's going on.
It was horrifying, Michael, I will tell you.
So was it everywhere?
No, it was
Okay.
concentrated in one area, and Mabel was staying away from it, but I had to throw the whole pad out.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's not your job.
No,
So
happy to do it.
you were saying he does not clean poop?
I was unaware that there was poop. I was unaware that there was poop.
Not the first time.
I saw Joe coming down the hallway with horror in his eyes, like he had just come.
Do you
from
realize why Joe
a
is such
murder
a
scene.
valuable employee?
No.
He cleaned up poop, and I didn't know anything about it until 3 hours later.
Yeah.
That's
Again,
the way it
has
should be.
nothing to do with this job.
That's not true.
One could
Did he get any video of it?
Yeah.
We did not.
One could also draw an analogy to him not telling you about the poop until 3 hours later, alongside of him selling pot out of your backyard or out of your driveway and not
I did
telling
not
you
do
until
that.
3
I
hours
did not.
later.
It's a
Yes, you-
mischaracterization.
I have to
That was
imagine
24 hours.
there is a
Like-
lot of Joe mumbling under his breath. Michael doesn't need to know about this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good or
This
bad?
isn't important.
Yeah.
yeah.
I appreciate it, Joe.
Thank
I
you,
don't need to
Michael.
know about the poop.
Yeah, it's all right.
It was just coincidence. I saw Joe coming down the hallway.
I will tell you that last night, before I went to bed, I saw a lineup of garbage by the door, and I threw it all out. And then I got up this morning, there was another line of garbage.
Already
I'm
taken care
trying.
of.
I'm trying to be helpful.
I know.
This hero threw his own garbage out. I mean,
I don't like to be called a hero.
All right.
I mean, listen, I'd like to thank my family for making the garbage.
Yeah.
I got a lot of jobs. It gets very hectic around here.
You have a lot of jobs?
you don't know, Carmen. You haven't
You
seen
haven't seen the contract. You don't know. That's a new thing now. You haven't seen the contract. You don't know.
I'm good. I think I'm good without seeing it.
I had a very busy weekend, Carmen. I worked this weekend. What did you do?
What did I
Thank
do?
you. You went to Yeoman's and played video games.
Yeah, I did because I had a break because I volunteer weekly, daily, lifely.
Yeah, you volunteer. You choose to do it.
Yeah, exactly. But I do it all the
Literally
time.
the
And
definition of
yeah,
volunteering.
exactly. my choice.
All right, Carmen, I volunteer to throw out the garbage.
That's right. That's right. Why is that okay?
Has nothing to do with the job.
Carmen, nobody forced you to volunteer?
No.
No, nobody's forcing Joe to throw the garbage.
No, they're not. I do it of my own free will.
I've never even asked Joe to throw the garbage. He said, Michael, I'm going to throw that garbage out. I said, okay. I go, yeah,
Can I explain to you why I do it?
Please.
Okay, shut up for a second, Carmen.
Before you get into that, before you get into the reason, can I ask you a question? Have you ever said, Joe, it's goddamn can day?
No.
Well, this
never.
is sometime later.
It gets so cold in here, Michael, that I'm dying for an excuse to go outside.
Okay. I like that.
So I'm happy to do it. I like spending time with the dogs. I don't care if there's a mess to clean up. I love dogs.
My Ring doorbell has gone off before, and my wife will be out there sitting down, and I'm like, is she smoking a cigarette? I'll go out there and I'll go, what are you doing? And she's like, I just had to warm up.
It's too
and I go, oh, okay.
Can I put it in a different perspective? Sure. The old man with paper thin skin has to go outside because it's too cold in here. So you force him to take your trash out and clean your dog's butt.
Well, he's taking the break.
Yeah. I don't. My dogs are very easy to walk. You don't have to. He doesn't actually have to walk him. You just have to open the door and let him run outside.
That's right.
Right.
He has
pet
to.
them.
Well, he doesn't have to. Whoever walks.
No, you said he has to.
Yeah, you can pick up Tuesdays if you want.
Joe's more like voluntold. Not
Yeah. I believe the term is indentured servant.
Yeah.
I came in here one time and I said, I got to go walk the dogs between this break. And Joe said, Michael, do you want me to walk them? And I said, no, if you want to.
Yeah. And I'm happy to do it.
Congratulations. You're 67 and you're unpaid intern.
First of all, you're properly compensated.
Yes.
He's overly compensated for his video work.
That's the way I like it.
I think you do a great job.
Thank you, Michael.
You think. You don't know.
I do. Well, listen, I didn't have to clean dog poop today, so I think you did a great job. Thank you.
I was happy to do it.
We work with a bunch of jerks. You're right. Gio is at the top of the
What
list.
did I do?
Well, definitely top of the list.
Listen, over the weekend, I will tell you, even though, it's not 9 to 5, whatever, he had the videos of the different people that passed away that you put up on Instagram.
Gio.
Gio.
So Gio's the video
Sorry
guy.
about that.
Yeah, they weren't. They were in
graphics.
Joe's defense. They were
right.
static pictures.
No matter when anybody ever does any video at all, it's supposed to be my job. So yell at me for not doing it.
I mean, that part's true.
Video guy.
Yeah.
It's in your title.
Well, I'm doing video right now.
You're saying it
I'm
like that's
actually
not
producing
true.
video at this moment and have been for 3 hours. So I don't know what point you're trying to make.
It's ridiculous. These guys.
Scumbag.
Don't lump me in with him. I didn't say that.
I feel like.
But I did laugh a lot. I'm not going to
I
lie.
feel like when Joe leaves the room, you go. You go. You guys are right. You guys are right. Yeah.
No, sir.
Right.
Not me.
It's all right.
I got to drive home with him.
It's true.
Yeah.
Imagine the things he says.
Oh, I'm sure.
On the way off.
I'm sure.
Just look at me. Don't look at them. Look at me. Who does Joe talk the most about on the way home? Like,
I'll
who's he
never
complain
tell.
about the most? Oh, come on. It's fun time. Like I imagine there's a lot of those kind of old man complaints.
I won't say any names, but Gio for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
What about me? I bet you guys both talk crap about me.
Nah.
That's not true.
You're the reason why they're employed.
No,
Of
I'm
course
not. I don't keep Spanish. I
it's
keep
your
trying to fire
show.
Spanish.
This is literally you're the
that
reason
true?
why we're all employed.
I keep trying to fire Spanish, and they won't take him away. It's not me. I go. He's useless.
I could
He
tell
hates
you.
his parents.
I could tell you some of the stuff Joe says, but I don't want to hurt your feelings.
All right. See, this is the lies, Michael. Don't listen to him.
I can take it, Gio.
No, some things I would never repeat.
Oh wow.
Wow.
See, this is exactly why he's at the top of the list, you scumbag. That's you.
Yeah, by the way, you didn't get to the rest of your scumbag list. So Spanish is last, Gio's first, and then where do Carmen and I fall? And is Mike even on the list?
No, Mike's not on the
Thank
list,
you.
but yeah, you and Carmen. You
The
and
guy
Carmen
who
are tied.
supposedly
There's
forces
no ties.
you.
There's
Yeah,
no
no.
ties.
The
No
guy who
ties.
supposedly forces you to throw garbage and
Which
clean
you
dog
do
poop, and
not.
I don't even make the list.
You don't
Thank
make
you,
the
Joe.
list.
Thank you.
You
Not at
really
all.
should
Like,
start a cult.
Yeah, right.
You really should.
I agree with Galvin.
Yeah, I think he has.
I'm in.
I could be a faith
Yeah, of
healer.
course you're in.
Yeah, I'm in.
Not you, him.
Oh, I'll be part of the. I'll be part of the deal.
It's my cult, but we worship
Yeah.
Joe.
No, Joe is no leader.
I
Joe's a
can heal.
follower.
I'll heal you. I'll lay hands on you.
Yeah.
Take the devils out of you.
You lay hands on me, I'm going to lay hands right back on you.
Bring it on, big boy.
All right, back to your scumbag list. So Spanish is last.
Well, Gio is first.
Gio's
Let's
first,
start
Spanish
there.
last. Mike not on the list.
Mike
Now
not
it's
on the
Carmen
list.
and I. We can't be a tie.
Can't be a tie.
Can't be a tie.
I think then it's Carmen, then it's Galvin.
Hey!
Wow, you're
Very
a
nice.
real
I'll
scumbag.
take it.
No offense, Carmen. I love you.
It's all taken.
I take back all the nice things I said about you.
You don't say any nice things about me.
I'm shocked that you have Galvin is less of a scumbag than Carmen. He yells at you almost every day during sport.
That's okay.
I mean, it's not just during sport.
It's all the time.
All of a sudden, Itchy has something to say.
I just pointed it out.
Can I point out?
He is itchy and scratchy.
super itchy today.
Can I point out? Only 60 days until the 60-day birthday.
That's right. Oh, and I was talking to Christy about that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's she doing? She's doing something?
I think she's going to do something, but she's going to call you.
Yeah. Let's rev it up. Let's go.
So Galvin's doing something.
Well, she just wants some suggestions.
Well, I mean, come on. It's Joe's 60th birthday.
Yeah.
I'll be
That's a
dead
big
soon.
deal.
You guys are going to miss
No, but
me.
that's a big deal. Like, we should absolutely have a party.
Joe, the guy from Days of Our Lives who played John Black.
Yeah.
He was devilishly handsome and died at the age of 70.
Oh.
You could have 10 years left.
Okay.
Do you think about that?
Oh my
No.
God.
No,
I think
actually,
about that.
Michael, my dad is 90 years old.
That's true.
My mom
That's
is
true.
87.
That's
Neither
true.
one
Yeah.
of them are slowing down.
Yeah.
Did they live the same life that you live?
No.
I think Dad probably did.
Yeah, he did some stuff.
He was a
Yeah.
drinker and
No, he really didn't drink too much.
Every day he took the trash out and wiped a dog's butt.
Wait.
What if that's a secret?
But my parents both smoked
the switch
until
for
they were.
video.
Yeah.
They both smoked from the time that they were like 14 until they were like 35 or 40.
By the way, Joe thinks I'm the biggest scumbag. I saved his life.
No,
You did?
I saved your life.
Oh, that's
I
right.
saved
In the
his life.
driveway.
That's a fact. In the
For what?
driveway.
Yeah.
When I had my blood pressure machine, I said, Joe, you should take your blood pressure. And it was through the roof. Like,
Oh, my.
go to the hospital immediately through the roof.
Do not pass go.
And he ended up going to a cardiologist, getting checked out,
did.
and got medication. And now his blood pressure's fine.
That's right. Thank you,
Huh?
Gio.
You were definitely
life
a contributor. You're like
Lifesaver.
lifeguard.
What? We're not doing that?
You're like lifeguard imaging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe might not be here if not for me.
Oh, way to go.
Good
Facts.
job.
You blew that shot.
So you're to blame now.
I should not be first.
Wow. I appreciate you, Joe, and I'm glad you're here every day.
Thank you, Michael. I will always be here for you. Everybody else can suck it.
All right. I like that.